It's time for Fanatic Parlay Cash.
Guess I gotta give you a word here, Dutz. Do you have your sheet on you right there? Do you have your sheet? I don't have it. Hold on. We're live, local, and late breaking this morning. Could you give me the word in my ear there, Dutz? All right, Fanatic Cash, your chance to win Fanatic Parlay Clash. It's gold, G-O-L-D. Is that correct, Dutsy?
Gold, baby.
Gold, G-O-L-D. You have till 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or on 975thefanatic.com. You can also text it to the special contest short code 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules, 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win. Weekdays, 8 and 10 a.m., noon, 3 and 5 p.m. Gold. Get it to the Fanatic app. Get it to 975thefanatic.com or text it to 45911. Hooah!
Middays with Marks. The voices you trust. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Hooah! We are rolling on a Thursday morning. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Too much to talk about. Love it. John Marks, along with Brandon Dutz, in for Ray Dunn. Hi, Dutsy.
Good morning, Johnny. How are we today?
Hair Jordan looking good?
Oh, yeah. Spiked up, baby. Looking good.
All right. And we welcome Mr. Shawn Brace to the program. Sean, good morning.
Oh, a lot to get to. So much happening in the world of Philadelphia sports, too.
So the Sixers won. Good win last night.
Woo!
You did a woo. I was watching the game. It was a good win. They beat the Magic. It's fine. We'll talk about them coming up.
Woo!
The Phillies last night.
Oh.
I mean, the Phillies suck. Let's just face it. And I'm putting the quotes in the air.
All right.
It's a long season.
Mm-hmm.
It's early.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't this feel different? Seriously, doesn't this feel different? It's not just they're losing games or the bullpen's blowing up and they need to improve the bullpen or the starting pitching's been terrible. It's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Their offense sucks. Luzardo gets bombed again last night as he tipping pitches. Their bullpen hasn't been great, and the offense.
Yeah,
starting pitching like even me, I was saying this starting pitching is going to win you 90 games. Not this starting pitching, man. Not if the offense can't hit the ball. This sucks. It really does. And for the first time, I love baseball, so I know it's very difficult over the course of a full season not to go crazy when you're watching every single game.
I don't think you're wrong, though.
But you're allowed to react to it. But what I'm saying is that even my buddy Todd texted me last night, and Todd is not a fire this guy. I don't think he's ever been that kind of guy or texted that to me.
Todd Zeal?
Not Todd Zeal.
Oh, okay.
And not Todd. Todd.
Todd Helton?
Not Todd McShay. No, Todd Kokesberger.
Oh, hi, Todd.
And he's not listening because he's a teacher and he listens in on his lunch break. But he texted last night that Phillies may have to pull the cord on Thompson sooner than I thought. This is bad. And you know what? For the first time, I couldn't disagree with him. The team has the look of something that needs change. And they didn't do it to the roster enough in the offseason. And Bryce came in. I don't know if there's something off with Bryce, but doesn't it just feel like there's something off with this team that's more than just they're losing games right now?
Yes. I'd be lying if I wasn't in agreement with you, and that's why I said you're not wrong, and you're not wrong on both fronts, where it's like, look, it's early, we got a long way to go. However, it does feel a little different, and I'm just telling you right now, I don't remember a time. Look, the numbers are there. They're one of the worst teams in baseball as far as scoring runs are concerned. They're one of the worst as far as hits are concerned, if I'm not mistaken. I need to look that one up a little bit more in depth. Definitely second
worst run differential in the National League.
It's insane. The thing that I'm coming away majority of the time when I'm watching Phillies games is T-Mac saying with his belly laugh that, the Phillies haven't had a hit since the third inning, and it's in the seventh inning. Yeah, the Phillies haven't had a hit since the second inning, and it's the eighth inning. Like, that's happened multiple times this year as I'm watching the game. Oh, by the way, you have the other thing where it's like McCarthy's going over the top because they scored in back-to-back innings. Like, that's the desperation we're in right now with this squad. And
for a team that has the payroll they have, that has the veterans that they have, and have made the playoffs how many years in a row, this is where we are right now. You're right. It's like, wow, they scored 3 runs early. This is great. We can win this game. And then they don't.
It's like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, I could sit here and bitch a lot early about how Luzardo's looked this year. You know, he's given up. He almost he's given up an earned run an inning so far this year. Luzardo. It's almost impossible.
It's not good.
7.94 ERA, 28 hits. I think he's given up 20 earned runs in 22 2/3 innings. And I'm going to say it again. It's early, right? But yeah, he just signed a contract. He's not even making the $30-some million a year. He's still only making 11 this year. It doesn't even kick in. So is he tipping pitches? Well, at least that would explain why he's been getting bombed as much as he is, right? He says he's not tipping pitches. Last night, Kruk, I don't know if you were watching in the early parts of the game, but last night Kruk was like, yeah, the Cubs are not swinging when they probably should be swinging, and they're swinging when they probably shouldn't be swinging. Huh. Like, oh, so in other words, they know what's coming, except no one's banging a trash can. You know? So, I mean, do we agree something's off? So I want to get some early messages and calls and text messages on the Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975. That's for all of it. That's for text message, voice memos, phone calls, 610-632-0975. If you're texting or voice memoing, please leave your name, your location, and your occupation. Even if you're unemployed, just say unemployed or retired. And doesn't this feel different? This feels different.
Yeah. At this point in time, it does. Like, I can't lie to you. It's concerning, right? Like, even if they are getting the production from Harper and Schwarber, if they go yard, it's still a 4-run game, right? Like, it's just something isn't clicking. Something isn't connecting. Now, is it the fact that we are on April 16th? That could potentially be it. Is it something like, hey, man, you need to get this team's attention because they are underperforming at this point in time? And you know what the ultimate cliche is, John? You can't win a championship in April, but you can lose a championship in April, which I don't know if it's true because of what took place with Joe Girardi. So I digress. Bottom line is this. As a Phillies fan, as a guy sitting down watching these games, something is clearly different and off right now.
Yeah, for sure. Doesn't it feel like right now that it feels like, and this is a feel, it feels like the Phillies are closer to firing Rob Thompson than going back to a World Series?
Ooh.
And it's, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's almost good that they're not playing well now because maybe they click at the end. Look at the Flyers.
Yes.
Man, the Flyers had like a 3% chance of making the playoffs, and now look at them. We feel legitimately confident against the Penguins. But it's a long season, and it matters. It matters how you're playing at the end, not necessarily right now. But it feels like something's off. It's one thing, well, they have a couple starters that are down, and they're really struggling to find the starting pitching. Well, you know, like they're a reliever down. They'll get somebody at the trade deadline. This guy will be back soon. Well, like they have a real hole in the lineup right now, but this is going to happen. Nothing's working for the starting pitching has still been okay. It hasn't been brutal. Nola's been fine. Mm-hmm. Sanchez has been fine. Luzardo hasn't been.
No.
But I don't know. Even Rob Thompson after the game last night. Rob Thompson, here he is after the game.
Yeah, it's, tomorrow's the off day. Hopefully that resets the pen. I'm in here Friday and, get after it again. We got to keep grinding. We're going through a tough time right now in all phases of the game. I don't think that's any secret, but we're going to get better. We're a good club. And, it's going to get.
He did not just say we're a good club, did he?
We have a good club.
He just said we're a good club. Wow, that is
but
great.
I have no problem with what Thompson said there. But you can tell that he said, like, he's like, yeah, we're going through it right now.
They are.
610-632-0975.
So just to pull up the numbers here as far as where they're at with these stats, I mean, it is eye-opening. And even the ERA, this team is not good as far as ERA is concerned. Now, you got Wheeler coming. That's going to help. But
Wheeler's probably back. He does a rehab on Sunday, and then he's probably back next week. But again, that's 5 or 6 innings.
20th in average, 229. 22nd in runs scored, only 72. They have 20 bombs, which is good for 8th in the league, which is great.
The problem, that's the only way they score.
That's it.
That's a problem. All right, we'll get to your Phillies calls coming up. 76ers win last night, so we're going to kind of toggle in the first hour back and forth between the Phillies and the Sixers. And is that Shawn Bernard on the line right there?
Oh, my goodness. Well, you knew we were going to hear from him because they won.
Well, I thought maybe it'd be a voice memo, but he's on the line. Okay, so here's what we'll do.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up.
Oh, wait. That doesn't say what it says.
It does, and I'm not surprised. Shawn Bernard of Crossing Broad does the post game with Shawn and with Shawn and Sam. Right?
You must have had some drinks after we were done last night.
Shawn Bernard, I DM'd him. The first time I ever had contact with him, I DM'd him and said that you're really, really irritating with the Sixers, and I appreciate it. It was a compliment because he's really irritating. Shawn Bernard's going to say the Sixers are beating the Celtics in 7.
Oh, come on.
That must be a typo up there on the screen.
No one believes that. You could say what you want, but no one believes that.
Okay, here's what I'll say about it. Is this really what we're doing? I'm not today. Today's not the day for me. I don't think there's going to be the day that I talk myself into the Sixers beating the Celtics. I'd say the Sixers winning a game would be like winning the series.
Oh, how about game 1 where they're 12.5-point underdogs?
Well, if they're going to steal one. 610-632-0975. The 76ers win last night. Are we already going to pretend that they can beat the Celtics? Is this what we're doing, Sean? I'm not a bad guy. I don't want to take fun away from people. If that's what they want to do, fine. But you can take that part of the show when people want to call in and say, yeah, they can win it. Here's how.
I had fun watching VJ last night. That's about as far as, and Tyrese. That's as far as I can go, but what?
All right, that's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Sixers are back in the postseason. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the 76ers defeated the Orlando Magic 109-97 and will face the Boston Celtics in the first round. Tyrese Maxey led the team with 31 points, with Andre Drummond hitting the dagger to secure the win.
Oubre with it to Drummond. Drummond shoots a 3 from the corner, and it's good! He's going to send the Sixers to Boston. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, and 3 if Drummond hits a 3.
They'll travel to Boston with the first game on Sunday. Tip-off is set for 1 o'clock, and you can listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. Phillies got crushed by the Cubs last night, dropping yet another series. Jesus Luzardo gave up 8 runs, and the Phils will look to turn things around tomorrow night against the division-leading Atlanta Braves. Flyers are getting ready for the Penguins, and as soon as we know the dates and times for the series, we will give you the latest with the season concluding tonight. And we are just 1 week away from the NFL Draft, where the Eagles will be on the clock at 23rd overall. This update is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment. Revive your ride at summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Fanatic.com.
Sequoia Outback Spring into Sequoia sale. Experience the ultimate in outdoor living in Sequoia's massive showroom and save big on decking, railings, grills, and furniture this spring. Check out their website, decksupplies.com.
Join Bill Colarulo and Michelob Ultra for a PGA Championship ticket party Saturday from 2 to 4 at Screwballs and King of Prussia. Enjoy $2 Ultra Drafts and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the PGA Championship. Click events at 975thefanatic.com for details.
Oubre with it to Drummond. Drummond shoots a three from the corner.
Last night, they have a series against the Celtics. There should be no expectation the team's going to win. Shawn Bernard of Crossing Broad.
Oh, here we go.
And noted lapdog for the 76ers. Joins us right now, who apparently is going to make the case. Are you going to do it with a straight face, Shawn? Are you going to be able to do it without the bleep-beaten grin?
No
What's
shot.
going on, man?
We want Boston. I love it in the arena last night. I love it in the arena. And Johnny Marks, I'm hearing a lot of buzz about why the Phillies look different this year. I think there should be a little bit more buzz for why the Sixers look different this year. Because what I saw last night was a level of heart, a level of toughness, a level of grit that really has not been the case for most of this era right here. I think VJ Edgecombe deserves a ton of credit for helping set the tone. Kelly Oubre Jr. right along with him. And I do not think this is the fearful Boston Celtics, the championship contender Boston Celtics that we have seen in past years. I'm not saying there's a great chance, a clear path, but I do think this team has more of a puncher's chance than people are giving them credit.
No, they don't. And I think you're totally underselling the Celtics. They're one of the best teams in the NBA without Jason Tatum. And it's not just Tatum, and it's not just Jalen Brown, and it's not just White. It's not just Peyton Pritchard. They have a whole rotation. I don't know what Brad Stevens is doing up there after he took over for Danny Ainge, but they know the players to draft. They know the players to develop. They know exactly how to develop them. And honestly, I hate to say it because I hate the Celtics.
Sure.
Man, aren't they the model for what you want? These are drafted young players. These are guys that are developed, as opposed to the Daryl Morey way of trying to build a team, which is, get the stars. They've actually built it, and it's sustained. I think they're going to smash the Sixers, to be perfectly honest with you, Shawn. Smash them.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve a ton of credit for the way that they've built out and the way that franchise runs. It is a model in a lot of ways with that. I also think the NBA has become way too much of a copycat league where once one team gets the blueprint, every team tries to copy it. And I do think there's a lot of different ways that you can win. I kind of like that the Sixers do have a different angle here. And by that, I mean leading with the backcourt, with Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. The way I see this team having any sort of chance, you got to speed up the tempo. You got to play in transition. You got to push the fast break. And I do think Maxey and Edgecombe, I thought they did excellent at that last night. And I think the same principle applies to this series right there. I do think you go small. I do think you play as quick as possible. And I do think with this Celtics team, we kind of have brushed over this Jason Tatum reintroduction. They've been terrific without him all year. He's shooting the worst field goal percentage of his career. He does not look quite like Jason Tatum just yet. I don't think that just returns in a playoff setting. I do wonder, as the pace slows down, as he tries to be the guy a little bit more, as he becomes a little bit more disruptive than we've seen to this point.
All right. My question to Shawn is this. In Game 1, announced Sunday at 1 o'clock, catch the action right here, 1 o'clock right here. No matter what happens, even Flyers, it doesn't matter, Sixers right here, 1 o'clock. Why are they 12.5-point underdogs? If you're telling me they have a shot, a puncher's chance, okay, 12
win a game, maybe.
12.5, Shawn. That tells me that the odds makers think that the Sixers have zero chance at winning a game here. Why is it so lopsided?
Well, it's a lot of points, and obviously Joel Embiid is not there. And this Sixers team, like, in many ways, nobody knows what to expect from them. They've been so theoretical, and on paper they could be this. You can see the vision of what they could potentially be. There's no sample size that we have for what they could actually contribute on the floor. It is all hoping, believing, and thinking what could make sense right here. So I think odds makers are definitely much more prone to the data there, and this is a Celtics team that you have a ton of volume of data of what they have been, can be, and play at that level right there. You're hoping with the Sixers team. So I'm not going to brush that point to the side. Obviously, not having Joel Embiid is a big deal, and in particular in this series where there's a very vulnerable front court in Boston. If Joel was healthy, he's averaging 50-plus points per game in this series. He seriously could take it out. Like, seriously, Nehemias Queta, Nikola Vucevic, I could get a couple points from Nikola Vucevic if we're in a one-on-one setting right there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, the odds makers are for sure going to favor Boston in a major way, and we're seeing that already.
All right. Well, listen. Yeah. I'll give you credit for at least keeping kind of a straight face when you were saying it.
He's sicko. He believes it.
Well, my question is, can they win a game? And I think they can win a game for sure.
Can they win a game in Boston?
Yeah, they could steal a game. Sure, absolutely. If Boston's not ready and they're not they shoot so many threes. If they have the game where they don't hit their threes,
sure. They shoot 42 of them.
Yep.
Per game.
Yeah.
Top 5. All right, well, hang on, Sean. Let me push back on John here. Okay. If you think they can take one game up there, JoJo's coming back. I was off. I won't lie about that.
When?
He was on the bench yesterday. He's walking around. He's walking around. Yeah, that's coming up news and noon. But he's walking around yesterday. Apparently, he was at the film session. At least he's up and moving. Game 3 is
it's a week since surgery. It's
8 days from now.
Yeah, no, but
Game 3 is next Friday.
Yeah, but I mean, Sean, I did you tweet this out? Normally, they're out a month or more.
Okay,
for this.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, if your strongest case is Joel's going to be back,
that's
the only case.
That's my only case.
Okay, but he would have to come back. I mean, and we're talking about Joel Embiid, not T.O. coming back from an injury, right? He still probably got the stitches in his side, and Skip Bayless says that that he should be playing, and he's telling the Sixers no. It's literally the dumbest thing I've heard in years.
What are we doing?
In years. All right, Sean. Listen, when they win game 1, now you're going to be feeling good, and you call in and you tell me. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the last thing I'll say, obviously they're major underdogs here. I do think it is important for particularly VJ Edgecombe to get a taste of the playoff experience. And I do think that there's, long-term positives of this experience for this team. We'll see what happens with it. But, I've kind of been of the mindset that how this goes down matters a little bit more than the raw results here. Even if they lose the series, there are going to be takeaways that you can have for building this team forward and, getting a taste of what the playoffs do look like.
Yeah, Sean, it's a great point, dude. We'll read you on Crossing Broad. We'll be looking out for you. Thanks.
He's got another week with us.
Another week. Yeah, one more week.
It,
all right, buddy. So what he said at the end, me, positive John on the Sixers.
Oh, yeah.
When I started to do the tank talk, and I'm like, hang on a second. The playoffs actually do matter for these young guys. It does matter to see what Maxey and Edgecombe, the experience that they can gain. Outside of that, Andre Drummond playing in the playoffs for the Sixers.
I'll take it a step further. We need to support. Hand in the air. I need to change my tone just a little bit because of VJ. VJ's incredible. What a joy it is to watch. Last night, Tyrese is Tyrese. I challenged Tyrese last night, and he scored 30-plus, 31 on the number. How funny was that? He stood up, and he delivered. VJ, I know he's capable, right? The mental makeup is there. Of course, the athleticism is there. I just thought, it's a different whistle. It's a different flow, different game.
Yeah,
you can't have expectations on a rookie like that.
Yeah.
He kicked in the door last night, John.
I'm not worried about him with any of that stuff. He's just not a consistent enough scorer at this point. Right? His game's still very raw, but he doesn't score consistently enough to where you can say, all right, I know I'm getting this from Tyrese, and I know I'm getting this from Edgecombe. Some nights he'll get 16, other nights and the good thing is he doesn't feel like he has to shoot.
Yeah.
And he just goes with the flow of the game. As he gets a little bit older here, man, and his game develops. He's a rookie. He's 19 years old.
Yeah, there's so much to take away, and I'm joking.
Love him.
When I say build around 77, I'm joking. But, man, the future is really bright for VJ.
Well, I mean, that's essentially what you're doing. You probably still need your best player, or you need another player as equal to those guys, right?
Oh, that would be the way I would draw it up. It is interesting because of what Sean just said on the way out. Is Nick Nurse coaching for his job, or do we already know the answer to that question?
We know the answer.
We know the answer. He's not coming back next year.
Oh, I mean, Shawn said that it matters what happens in the series more than the actual series. Yeah, to a fan that's watching, I agree with him. To the Sixers, you would have to believe Daryl Morey's keeping his job. Then you have to believe that Nick Nurse has a chance to keep his job, which I don't.
Front and center. You had Josh Harris. You had Bob Myers. They were on the screen a lot last night.
Oh, believe me, I saw. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Myers certainly isn't saying, hey, let me take a back seat. I don't want to be seen by the cameras. He's playing the game, bro.
Front and center.
Was Daryl Morey front and center?
I have never seen Daryl Morey at a game.
I haven't seen
Now,
him recently.
I'm not a season ticket holder. I'm not a season credential guy. But every time I've been down to that arena, I've seen Elton Brand before. I've never seen Daryl Morey.
All right. So the Davis Honda text line, which is also our phone number, 610-632-0975. 76ers text. Name, location, occupation, and then the voice memos on what we're talking about. And, we'll have fun. People can call in and say, yeah, I do think the Sixers can win the series.
That's fine. But
you can handle that. I'll just doodle on my phone.
Just one more on Daryl Morey. Does he have to be in the building? Shouldn't he be there? Shouldn't he be a little bit more of a presence? It's the freaking playoffs.
He sees the writing on the wall.
But he's never.
He knows he's gone. I don't know if he was there before or not.
Yeah.
But he's
knows.
definitely not there.
Now, it would be funny if he was in the hallways and somebody knows this from last night. But
Well, I'm sure he's down at the game.
Okay,
He's just not visible.
I'm not sure of that.
Right. Well, what do you think? He's at home?
I
He
don't
better
know.
be at the game.
Well, why? If you're at the game, then be visible is my point.
You think that Daryl Morey, the GM of the team, in a playing game is home watching on the TV?
I don't know if he is, but shouldn't he be visible? Shouldn't he be out there? Shouldn't he be I'm not asking
so people can yell at him? Seriously, if he goes out and he's visible, what happens?
Oh, come on.
People don't yell at him from 25 yards away?
On the social media timeline, people are idiots. In real life, people be lining up to get a picture with him.
I think you're totally off. And I'm not saying anybody's going to come up in his face and try to fight him.
You think people yell at Josh Harris?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, Sean, I do. We're in Philadelphia. I do believe people yell stuff at Josh.
All right.
Harris.
Yeah, they yell. You're right.
But if you're sitting front row, you're not dealing with you're just kind of coming up from the back and then you're sitting down. And there's not going to be people sitting that low that's going to be screaming at the owner. They would throw him out of the game.
Sean checked back in. He said, for what it's worth, I heard Morey is a hangout in the suites during the games type of guy. I ran into him twice down at the Blue Coats. All right. Well,
he's down there.
Okay, that's fine. But I think he needs to be we need to see presence. We got to see him there. That's all I'm asking for. It's the playoffs.
Smacking Joe on the butt pre-game.
Punch the clock there.
Like
all
Howie
right?
when Howie's on the sideline. All right, so voice memos. Do we have a Phillies voice memo? This will get us back into the Phillies. Go ahead.
Brendan from Manioc, tire salesman. Fellas, as much as the good vibes are going with the Sixers and Flyers right now, this Phillies team, they're trying to pull us down, man. It's absolutely brutal out there. You got a manager that's just going to keep on telling us, you know what, it's early. I trust these guys. I trust what their numbers are on the back of the baseball card. Well, you know what, Rob? I want to believe it. I know that's a thing in baseball, but this is just different. It just might not happen. You know what? Back of the baseball card, they have down years. And sadly, that's what this might be. It's early. We can get excited. Maybe they'll get hot. It'll be hitting season. But, oh, man. We got to figure it out here, fellas. Go Phils.
It feels like something's off, and not that Thompson's doing anything different than he was before, but the guys in the locker room are different, and what Thompson's doing is not working.
Yeah.
Thompson's consistent, right? He doesn't get too high. He doesn't get too low. He always supports the guys. He doesn't have knee-jerk reaction.
Sure.
And the guys appreciate that until it's not working anymore. Is Harper off? Is this in Harper's head now because of the Dombrowski stuff? Is he pissed? Is he looking at everything differently? He was talking about the fans. He got booed by the fans. His feelings were hurt. He's making accountability coffee. We didn't talk about that yesterday, but he made accountability coffee on TikTok.
He is in tune with what's being said about him. The accountability coffee.
So does he do that because he's trying to make light of it and be funny and show like, hey, I can have a sense of humor about this? Or is that his way of, I hear what people are saying?
Oh,
MFers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that is.
Is that what it is?
That's impressive. And we do this for a living, and that might have, honestly, the accountability, there's a talking point. I get it.
I thought the same thing. I wish we had accountability
dude.
coffee.
Jeez. Yeah, he knows what's being said. He is in tune. He might be listening right now. He might be listening right now.
So I can tell you that he told me that I don't listen when things are bad.
Oh, he's definitely not listening
because I know what people are going to be saying. But he gets a kick out of not even what they're saying about the Phillies. He gets a kick out of what Philadelphia Sports Radio says about everything.
Yes.
In particular, the Eagles.
So do I.
But he did, like, the day that he was listening, and Chuck from Mount Airy called in, and Chuck started going crazy because he loves Bryce Harper. And Bryce hits the home run that night and says that I hit that for Chuck from Mount Airy. And so I listened to the show, and he was calling today. So I hit this one for Chuck from Mount Airy. And I'm watching the postgame, and I looked up. I said, what did he just say?
Yes.
And all of a sudden, my phone went.
I texted you. That's when I even texted you. I was like, dude, that is unbelievable.
Right. So to your point, and it's not just this. When everybody calls Bryce disingenuous, I get it. He is also listening to what's going on with his own ears, and he sees it.
Accountability coffee was next level.
I heard a story about Bryce that I'll just say that somebody in the media, maybe a former player, had some comments that were when you clip it and you put it on social media, the context is eliminated.
Absolutely.
And the context made it. I didn't even think it was a big deal. Bryce wasn't happy about it. Which is what was said. And
is he go confront the guy himself, or is he send a PR to handle it? What happened there next?
I do not believe there was a confrontation.
Gotcha.
I think it was he's not happy with that video. Right? And that's the nature of what we do. You got to be honest, or people don't respect you.
Absolutely. Hey, look, and I'm honest about Bryce Harper. Is he really the problem here?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's but
all right, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the biggest problem right now? The offense.
Yeah.
Well, everything.
Point blank in the story. Well, it starts and ends with the fact that they can't hit the ball.
Right.
They're not scoring runs.
Is that because they forgot to hit the ball? Is it because this is kind of what they are? Or is it a combination? Or is it things are just off in the clubhouse right now? And I think there's a lot of that to it. Bohm, obviously, he's totally worthless right now. Mm-hmm. Bryce hasn't performed poorly on the field, but it does feel a lot of people think that he's joyless or he feels the accountability coffee. I'd like to believe he was trying to be funny, but I also know better. Where that's again him saying, "I hear what you guys are talking about. Mm-hmm. I hear it."
Mm-hmm. But look,
Don't do it.
I thought it was funny, but at the same time, what goes through my mind immediately is like, man, you pay attention to the timeline probably more than me.
Davis on the text line, 610-632-0975. Voice memos or text messages, age, location, occupation. Joe's calling from Philly. Joe, what do you got, buddy? How are you?
How you doing, guys?
Good, Joe.
My problem is, I don't know if it's Nurse's fault. Nurse's had so many injuries. I think that the problem with the Sixers is the general manager. You can go back to Elton Brand making stupid trades. Was it Elton Brand or who made the Bridges trade?
Zaire Smith.
Was dumb.
Yeah, I guess that was Elton Brand.
Zaire was really a good player. He was such a defensive player. He was only 6'2". I thought he was like 6'6", so he was going to be a defense. Is he in the league? No, I don't even think he's in the league. That's a stupid play. Then you have who picked Fultz. You make that trade, and unless that trade had a contingency and say, hey, we're picking Tatum, right? Was that?
Yeah, that was Colangelo. You were never getting Tatum. The Celtics were taking Tatum, but they knew they had an agreement that they wouldn't take Tatum.
Make that pick. Then you don't make that trade, and you sit there with 3, and then you have your draft choice the next year. And if you pick Fultz at 3, maybe there's less pressure on him. But once they went to the 1, that put pressure on him, and he's only a so-so player too. He's never won, not even in high school. So that's another one. Then you can go with the one in baseball, the one with the nice hair. That's about it. He can't make a trade that's really good. I mean,
Dombrowski got good hair.
Does have good hair for an older man.
Interesting.
Other than that, other than him buying players like Harper and things like that, right? He hasn't done anything. So you got that, and then his moves are horrible. And then for him to criticize Harper, and Harper is less of a player, so he should be batting two right now, not 3. He's a 2-hitter. They need to change the lineup somehow. But put him as a 2-hitter, maybe. You got to shake something up.
A lot of frustrations right now, Joe. I appreciate it. 76ers did win last night, so I'm less sure. I don't want to really pounce on them today. Although you can say this was a bad move, which is correct. This was a bad move. This is correct. You're not winning anything with Joel Embiid being this Joel Embiid.
No.
Injured all the time, not be able to stay healthy.
I got no interest in revisiting Markelle Fultz in 2017 in an NBA draft. Like, yeah.
Somewhat surprised we had more.
Yeah, it's a struggle to go back and revisit those days. Bottom line, we know, and that's revisionist history at this point in time. It is what it is. Oh, by the way, I think you get into that conversation, you start talking about Colangelo being forced into position. He went ahead and forced his way into, like, there's so many things that come with that that's going to be so frustrating.
Yeah, I want to flush that entire thing.
I'm with you there.
Except for the burner accounts.
Yeah.
They'll be there forever.
Find a new slant. Now, to the Phillies. He said something there, a couple things real quick, just as far as like where we're at with this team. Dombrowski you can't tell me all offseason that this is the best bullpen in major leagues and then say Dombrowski hasn't done anything. He put together the best bullpen in the major leagues on paper, potentially, right? Look, he got Harper signs. He brings his boy Turner over here, correct? So he gets Turner in. Turner.
He's written the biggest checks.
Yeah, that was a fault of Ruben Amaro too, right?
He did the same thing. Well, I don't even think it's a fault. That's just where the team is. When you don't have a great farm system, you can make trades, but when you have an owner that's willing to spend, you go out and you like, he didn't sign Bryce Harper. The template was already here. This is how you have to win. Yeah, they signed Turner. Stott was a draft pick. JT was before Dombrowski.
Was it?
JT's been here 7 years, I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's been here a long time. Yeah, because they traded, right? They traded Sixto Sanchez for him. Was that Dave? I guess it could have been. Dave's been here a while too.
Yeah, that's all running together. I'll have to look that up as far as the terms are concerned.
I mean, regardless, Dombrowski, here's where he does a good job. He realizes, here's how we win. With great starting pitching, and let me shore up the bullpen, and then our big guys are going to give us enough. The problem is it's not working. Because the pitching's hasn't been great, and if the offense can't hit and they can't score runs, then you're not going to win a lot of games. You're not going to win a lot of 3-2, 2-1 games when the pitching isn't great. It's only been good.
Dave Dombrowski, 2021, 5-year, $115 million deal by the Phillies in January of 2021.
Well, that was a new contract that he signed. When they traded for him, it was under his old contract. So JT's
he's been here forever.
I think it's just the seventh season, JT.
All right, moving off of that.
No, regardless.
Yes.
Dombrowski's a really good executive.
Yeah.
The Phillies, we went backwards every year, but Dombrowski knows how to build a team. He's also makes mistakes.
What's he saying right now? If you got Dave Dombrowski in the chair next to you.
We have a good club.
Still?
Yes.
He's holding the line?
He's saying we're 19 games in, and in July and August, we could be playing totally different. We're not going to know until we get there.
Ugh.
And he's right, except for this feels different this year. And I challenge anybody to say this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel different this year. Something seems off. It just does. Even Thompson in that cut, in the post-game cut, and you don't have to play it again where he says we have a good club. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he thinks they have a good club, but he clearly knows that they're going through something right now to where there was concern in his voice when he was talking about it.
And there should be. It's ugly. Got lumped. Cubs ate you up yesterday. That was a bad game. Across the board.
No, it was a bad game. For sure, you have a position player finishing the game again.
Yeah, 10-4 and 11-2 back-to-back nights. Yeah, that's not going to, that's not a recipe for success and to get the fan base on your side. By the way, empty ball yard last night.
I did a post-game on the Fanatic YouTube page last night. Philly Baseball Talk, Maniac Malloy, Dutsy produced it.
Oh,
so he was there last night. So if once we're off the air and the station's off the air, if you want to catch that.
What's Maniac saying? Is he level-headed or is he living?
He's very level-headed.
It's the guy that is known as Maniac giving you a take as far as the Phillies here on April 16th.
He's more – he wasn't angry as much. He's like, what is going on?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Right? Like I'm not anger mode. I am this feels different mode.
I'm asking what is going on, and then I'm like you going, man, I don't have a good feeling right now.
I don't like it.
Yeah, they're really grasping to get runs across the plate here, and I just don't know if something is going to change.
It has a Girardi feel to the beginning of that season. It just does. And if you're Dombrowski, you'll know that if that's the case. And do I think they'd make a move on Thompson? They could. Depends. I don't know. I feel like that Rob will get him back around, but it doesn't mean that he can get him back to winning 90-some games and getting to the playoffs and winning series. That's what we're talking about. This isn't a turnaround the season. This is how do they get back to the World Series, and that feels pretty far-fetched.
Yeah, well, I know we got Luke coming up at 11, and Luke's down at the ball yard, so he can give us the vibe inside that clubhouse to years past, too.
All right, we got some voice memos. We have some text messages. We have some phone calls. We'll get to them coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Kincade.
We have a good club. We have a good club.
I still don't have the Rob Thompson. We have a really good club, and now we have a new one. We need to get better quality of that, though. Where Rob said we have a good club.
Yeah, the audio was a little rough from last night.
So we have Luke Arcadi's coming up. Crossing Broad does a great job covering the Phillies for Crossing Broad. He's got his baseball pod as well. Last night after he left the game, I made a note of it here because I was like, wow, that's really interesting. The Phillies lost the series just 3 times at Citizens Bank Park last year. They've lost 3 at home this year. So last year, lost 3 series. This year, have already lost 3 series. It's the middle of April.
Yeah.
It's April 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is bad.
This is bad.
This is bad.
It's not good. Now, is it bad with that stank that you're saying it with? You're putting a little bass in that voice. I think
feels
so.
worse.
It does. Something is definitely different, and it's almost like I would imagine. Like my theory on that, why it feels different is, okay, you're getting the production from Schwarber. He's got 6 bombs already. You're getting production from Harper. He's got a couple jacks. He's had a couple doubles. He's turning it on. Trey Turner hasn't been awful. Like, you're getting production from some good names. However, it just you're still not looking good. You're still not looking the part. So now what? You have to bank on guys like Bohm to figure it out. Guys like Stott to figure it out. I hate to do it to you, Johnny Marks. He hasn't been brought up, and fair, unfair, just the numbers are the numbers.
No, he's at risk of being sent to AAA.
He's awful.
No, I know. I mean, like, listen, I had the AutoZone bit, the AutoZone bit.
Now, he was a little bad luck last night. You know, Pete Crow, Armstrong makes a beautiful grab out there in center. It is what it is. But still, like, my point is, okay, you're getting production from the big guns.
But you're not getting production from the big guns.
What else do you want from Schwarber? He's got 6 jacks.
I know, but you're like, oh, well, Trey Turner. Trey Turner was signed to be a difference maker, and he's not a difference maker. Not right now. He doesn't carry the team. Bryce Harper's been good, not great. Like even with the above average production, Schwarber's giving you above average production. Harper's giving you average, above average, like a little bit. I don't know. He's been fine. He's not hitting 300.
No.
Let's not go crazy.
No.
Let's not lower the expectation that bad because he's not elite anymore.
He's elite.
All right.
He's elite.
But what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Schwarber hits home runs. He's good. His average isn't high. Bohm gives you nothing. Garcia at least is getting hits, so it feels like that's like, wow, Garcia plays good defense.
Plays
and he's
good
getting
defense,
hits.
yes.
Yeah. So what are we talking about? This lineup sucks. It just does.
Imagine if Brandon Marsh wasn't doing his thing.
Marsh has exceeded expectations so far. Crawford's really slowed down, but he was good to start the season. Bohm's been a complete 0. Stott's been pretty much a 0. I mean, there's not a lot of great things to say about this team right now.
There's not. So I love your statement, and I know we're not there yet. And your statement was that this, one more time, not putting words in your mouth?
With Rob Thompson?
Yeah.
This team's closer to Rob Thompson getting fired than going back to a World Series.
All right. So when you say that, you have to revisit 2022 and just bring up the fact that when they did let Joe Girardi go, they knew they had that card. They played that card on June 3rd when they were 22-29. At June 3rd, now again, we were there. We know it well, right? We don't need to revisit that. But in June 3rd, with a 22-29 record, you could still say the same talking points that we're saying right now. Plenty of baseball to go. Guys will figure it out.
It's not Girardi's fault the bullpen stinks.
Law of averages.
Yeah.
We got their trade deadline coming up. You could still make the case then, but they made the change, and that was the ultimate difference maker. Like, yeah, Rob Thompson, they better start to perform or else you're next.
But they better look different. It's not even just about winning games. It's just it's the look of the team.
Interesting. Why? What do you go into that?
So with Girardi, it was pretty clear they didn't like playing for him, and he had become very distant from the team. I'm not telling you that's happening with Rob Thompson, but like part of a manager, because outside of setting the lineup and now with the DH, there's very little in-game strategy that goes on, and the lineup's not hitting, so it makes his job more difficult. There's only so much you can do. It's about getting those guys going. Kevin Long, the hitting coach, right? Like they brought him back. A lot of people were saying, well, when the team can't hit, normally the hitting coach is gone. Not Kevin Long, because the guys really like him.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said, was it Milt Thompson's fault when the Phillies stopped hitting? No, but that's who loses their job. So, it just feels like something's off. And if it's one thing if your team isn't good enough, it's another thing if it's like, could we get a different result if we brought in a different voice? And I'm not going to tell you that that's not in my head right now.
I agree.
I'm wondering if Dave isn't thinking the same thing.
Yeah, they're underperforming. Bottom line. That's it.
Let's get Greg in Bethlehem in here. Thanks for holding, Greg. What do you got?
Hey, guys. I was sort of wanted to piggyback on the conversation you had. What does the hitting coach do? It seems to me that all of the high-end guys reportedly have their own hitting coaches.
Well, and Greg, let me tell you what to do. And so with radio, right? We have a program director, brand manager, whatever we'll call him, Scott Masteller, and he gives us feedback. We sit down, we do listening sessions and things like that. That's essentially what a hitting coach is doing. He's giving them the tools, trying to give them the tools, going over scouting reports, giving them information, watching video. Ultimately, it's up to the hitter to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Now, with younger guys or players that are struggling, I think that's when the hitting coach can really step in and maybe fix some things. But ultimately, to me, it's coming down to the player. And unless these guys start performing, like I'm going to say, oh, well, Kevin Long, Trey Turner isn't as great as we think he should be. Fire him.
Yeah. Like I look at pitching coaches in a little bit different manner. I look at them as a little bit more,
Here's this changeup. Try this.
Yeah, critiquing some things, But hitting coach, I think it's just a player. It's mano a mano.
All right, Luke Arcadi, Crossing Broad, does a great job covering the Phillies. He's in the clubhouse every night. Does it feel differently to him this season? And his thoughts. Phil's lose another series at home. They've lost as many series at home this year as they lost all of last year. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Let's talk about garage floors. Oh, I love talking about garage floors because when you get that new garage floor and all the cracked concrete and the stains or maybe your old epoxy job is gone, you're so happy. And that's why you need to check out Comer and Cross because they can completely transform your garage floor in just one day. That's it, one day, and the results are amazing. We're talking about a true showroom finish. It's like pulling into a brand new car garage every night and a great deal right now. Offering 50% off installation, and they make it so easy. They'll actually move the stuff out of your garage for you, repair all the cracks and pits so it looks like new, and then you choose your custom Comer and Cross finish. This isn't paint or epoxy. This is built to last, and there's no chipping, no cracking, no tire lift ever, and all of that plus 50% off installation. But don't wait. You can have that showroom floor you want every single night with Comer and Cross. The website, comercross.com, COMER cross.com, or call them 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or comercross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
The rookie shines yet again. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the 76ers defeated the Orlando Magic 109-97 with VJ Edgecombe putting together a double-double with 19 points and 11 rebounds. VJ showed no fear on the court last night and displayed it in his post-game comments.
I ain't scared of nobody. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a guard, regardless of who you is. I'm gonna try, and I ain't scared. Like, I ain't gonna back up if you're running at me. Man, you just gotta run me over or something, man. I'm gonna be honest.
They'll travel to Boston to battle the Celtics in the first round with the first game on Sunday. Tip-off for that one set for 1 o'clock, and you can listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. Phillies got crushed by the Cubs last night, losing 11-2, with Jesus Luzardo giving up 8 runs. They get a much-needed off day today, and will start the series with the Braves tomorrow, with Taijuan Walker taking the mound. Flyers getting ready for the Penguins, and we'll keep you updated with game times as soon as they come out. And we are just 1 week away from the NFL Draft, where the Eagles would be on the clock at 23rd overall. This update is sponsored by AAA Tire Auto Service. Save $15 off your next oil change, plus earn $7 toward your next service with Duramax dollars at AAA Tire and Auto Service. Offer ends April 30th. Visit AAA.com/mycar for details. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
back. Middays with Marks. Sixers win. Sean's more excited than me about that. Woo! Phillies lose.
We want Boston. I can't believe they were saying that.
It is pretty cool.
What's the matter with those people?
The
vibes are high.
The crowd last night was jumping. It was good.
Was there a home court advantage last night?
I don't know about that, but the fans were happy. It felt like people had fun last night. It's a good game.
Can I get 20? I need a 20-second timeout, John. I got to get something off my chest. I'm tired. Enough of the chicken. Enough of the chicken. That is an in-arena promotion. I don't care about it as a viewer from my couch. You don't care about it. Nobody cares about it except the people in the arena. I thought that would die with the local broadcast. But then last night, which was a brutal broadcast, that was a bad broadcast. Amazon, what are you doing? Who are those announcers? They didn't even know what they were talking about. Paul George was hurt? No, he was suspended, you idiot. He was suspended.
Well, Candace Parker on the late night game was calling the one guy who's pronouncing his name wrong.
They pronounced VJ Edgecombe's name wrong in the beginning. Regardless, though, enough of the chicken. I don't care about the brickin' for chicken. Do you care? Am I wrong on this?
I like the chicken, but I don't. I'm not interested in talking about it.
Every game.
I know.
Alla and Kate get caught up with it. And then last night, I thought it was over. And then there they are. You know what it is?
What?
It's a filler.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anything to talk about.
Right, I agree.
You're calling a playoff game and you're talking about a promotion in the arena.
I've never gotten angry over it.
I'm angry.
Well, yeah, I just don't normally like the broadcast, and I didn't last night.
Enough of the chicken.
It's just more yucking it up.
You're calling a play-in game, dude.
Well, listen, you were glued to that. I was doing post-game Phillies on the Fanatic YouTube channel because right now they are really, really struggling. And so they lose Luke Arcadi of Crossing Broad, and he does a great podcast that you have to check out. It's Phillies Report, a Phillies podcast. It's at Phil's Report Pod if you want to follow them on Twitter. And Luke joins us right now. He's down the park every night, and he was down there last night. And Luke, you had tweeted this out after the game, and it is an interesting stat. Last year they lost 3 series at home the entire season. It was April 15th. They lost 3 home series in the first however many weeks of the season. What's up? How are you?
What's going on? I mean, if Sean's fired up, what a great time to talk about the current state of the Phillies. Let's get him a little more fired up at this point.
Get back to the chicken.
His face will be all red. He looked like he came out of the tanning booth just like a minute ago. So Luke, we'll kind of jump around here because that's where my brain is with the Phillies today. I'm of the opinion that this feels different this year. Because everybody, we can put it in quotes. It's early. It is early, right? Like, we know that. It's a long season. It matters how they're playing in August and September more than it matters how they're playing right now. But this does feel different. It feels different than other years where maybe they struggled a little bit out of the gate. This feels more like a Joe Girardi year than it feels like anything else. Do you get that same feel with how they're losing right now?
Yeah, I do. One of the more frustrating parts for me so far to start the season is that it doesn't feel like they can just lose a normal baseball game. It feels like every time they're losing, they're down like 7 runs. Or every time they're losing, there's thoughts of Dylan Moore having to pitch the 9th. Like, they're not just like losing like a 5-4 game or a 3-2. Like, it just seems like they're getting blown out. And one, that's partially due to some blow up innings from the pitching staff, but it's just a team that once again cannot consistently hit the baseball. I think Schwarber, Harper, Turner have had a fine, start to the year. I think Schwarber, Harper more over the last week or two, with Trey as well, more the last, home stretch. But it just comes down to these guys, overall not putting consistent at-bats together. It's the same issues that we've seen since 2022, right? They went to the World Series that year, but the same issues at the plate happened even in the year that they went to the World Series. It's the uncompetitive at-bats, especially in big spots, right? It feels like it feels like if Trey Turner gets into a big spot in the ninth inning, he's going to swing at a pitch low and away in the dirt.
Yep.
It feels like a big spot for Schwarber late in the game, right? I love these first inning home runs, but Schwarber steps up to the plate right now in the ninth inning. I don't have a ton of confidence. And that's not good, because if I don't have confidence in Schwarber, I probably don't have confidence in anybody on the roster.
So you'll hear players say that they want to look forward to coming to the office every day. They want to, when they come in the clubhouse, they're feeling good. And when Joe Girardi was there was clearly a divide between the players and the manager. The manager was tight. He was worried about his job. He was in the final year of his contract. And that's the way the team was playing. Like, they didn't want to be there. Do you sense right now, you're in the clubhouse after every home game, do you sense that, are they a little bit tight? Does it seem like there's maybe some unhappiness? Is there something off internally in the clubhouse right now?
I don't necessarily sense that. I still think they're in a pretty good spot, just from what I've seen, like around the field and things like that. They don't seem uptight, at least before games. It seems like during the games maybe they are, but it doesn't seem like that. It seems like their normal vibe. It doesn't seem like anyone's much different. But I will say, and I know, the Rob Thompson clip from last night where he eventually got to say we have a good club. But I've sensed a little bit more, maybe hidden frustration with guys like Rob Thompson, guys like Bryce Harper over the last couple of days. I think Rob Thompson, you can tell a little bit that I think he's a little pissed off. And I think in previous years, I think you would have heard a lot more, well, it's early at this point.
I agree.
I haven't heard that as much from, Rob post-game, pre-game, from clips of the players after the game. It definitely seems like they're a little more pissed off with how they're playing than the previous season. And maybe that's good. Maybe that's not. I don't know. But, whatever they're doing right now certainly isn't working for them.
Luke, take me in on your thoughts on Luzardo right now and his early struggles. Are you concerned about you should be concerned about what we've seen so far, but moving forward in these next a couple starts here in the future, your thoughts on the expectations there, what we should have. Also, I love this Sleeper MLB account. They do tremendous work with metrics and analytics and numbers and so on and so forth. The Phillies pitching staff makes no sense. Ks through 9, they're good for second in Major League. Walk through 9, second in Major League. Home runs through 9, 7th. Ground ball rate, 1st. Yet their ERA is 25th.
So Luzardo last night, and I'm not looking at the box score or his stats. He has 30 strikeouts and 5 from the season. He has 30 strikeouts and 5 walks. He only gave up 1 home run last night. So so was Luzardo tipping pitches last night? He said after the game he wasn't tipping pitches, but I don't know how you go out and you give up an 8 earned runs like he did last night.
Yeah, he's getting hit around really hard. I think that's the biggest issue, and that's what we saw in that blow-up stretch last year. What Luzardo did good last year for a guy that stays around the plate a lot, he's not a ton of junk in the dirt kind of guy. He lives around the plate. And what he did a good job at last year in his good starts was limiting hard contact. 6 of the first 8 balls in play for the Cubs last night were over like 96 miles an hour. He's getting crushed. And it's really, there was a few stats this morning I saw, but the biggest one to me is hitters are hitting 348 against the fastball. That can't happen. Right? If you're a pitcher, that's got to be your pitch. No matter what off-speed pitches you have, if the league is hitting 350 off of your 4-seam fastball, that is a big problem.
They have to know it's coming because he's got good life on it. He was throwing 97, 98 last night.
Yeah, I mean, he got up to 99 a couple times.
Yeah.
He's up there in velocity. He's just leaving the ball over the plate, and hitters are all over it. And the real struggles, once again, are out of the stretch. Runners on base, hitters are hitting 441 against him. It's not good. It's concerning. He said last night he's not tipping pitches. I mean, even if he says that, I hope that they are going to dive into some things because, whatever he's doing right now is not working. And it's something they need to get figured out because you just gave this guy a really big extension. If it's a situation like last year where he has a couple bad starts but then ends up turning in a top 8 Cy Young at the end of the year, it's not that huge of a deal. But you don't want to go into every season knowing he's going to have a 3-week stretch of just straight blow-up starts.
Yeah, well, at least he's not signed long-term for a lot of money, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, last thing with the accountability coffee. Is Bryce, is he trying to have fun with that stuff, or is he really bothered by what started out with Dombrowski, and then it turned into there was trade talk, and he saw the fan reaction to it, and then there was criticism after he spoke out to spring training, and then he was getting booed early in the season. I'm hoping he's trying to have fun with it, but Bryce looks pretty frustrated to me with everything, even outside of what's going on the field.
I think he's definitely trying to have some fun with it.
Okay.
I think, it was a rough start to his season. He's really picked it up. He's been smoking the baseball the last week and a half, really ever since that home run in the series finale versus Washington a couple weeks ago. He's been smoking the ball. But, at the same time, I think he's having a little fun with it, but I think he wants to, give a little jab back to everyone after a weird offseason for him. I believe his OPS is, around the 900 mark right now. And after a long offseason of a lot of interesting topics, that we've never heard before about Bryce Harper, he's probably been one of your better hitters on the team this year. So I think he's jumping back a little bit, but I also think he's just having a little fun. But that's a guy I'm not necessarily worried about right now. He's been smoking the ball. Things are going well for him at the plate, but one guy can't win you a baseball game. And it's been a rough start for Alec Bohm, obviously, and that's the guy. Like, that's the guy we've said for so many years. If he gets it going, when Bohm plays well, the Phillies win. It's as simple as that. If he's in the middle of your order, ripping doubles, the Phillies win a lot of games. Obviously, he's got a lot of off-field stuff going on. He was, after that strikeout the other night where he didn't see a strike as a pinch hitter, he went and, pat down the Schwarber on the bench after. It's been a rough start for him, but it's been a rough start for everybody. Alec Bohm, Otto Kemp, Bryson Stott, Adolis Garcia is off to, and I would say an okay start. He plays a way better right field than Nick Castellanos ever did. Yep. It's unbelievable. And yes, I know you don't sign a big muscle right fielder to play a good right field, but we haven't seen right field play like that since 2019. Nick Castellanos wasn't even close to what Adolis Garcia is doing in right field right now.
So far,
that's at least been a positive. Yeah. The outfield defense has looked good. Yeah. I think Crawford's looked good in center. I think the last few games for him at the plate have been a little rough, but he's not a guy I'm not necessarily worried about as well. But it's just not clicking. Something's not clicking right now as a team as a whole, and they're falling into a little bit of a hole here. And yes, I know it's April, but the Atlanta Braves are a really good offensive team right now. And if the pitching staff doesn't get it together, all of a sudden they're going to find themselves, 7-8 games out of the NL East heading into May. And, that's not necessarily a place that you want to be.
All right, Luke, as always, great stuff, buddy.
You're the man, Luke.
You on Crossing Broad. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, there he is, Luke Arcadi.
Well, it's a good thing they got Taijuan Walker going in Game 1 tomorrow.
Does this feel like winning one game this weekend might be would you sign up for one win this weekend?
I think so. I think so at this point. Yeah, right? Because if you get swept this weekend.
Well, Sanchez pitched this weekend.
Right, but you could fall really behind Atlanta here if you have a tough series because you get them again after the Cubs series, after this Braves series. So
Olsen's
we saw it last year. The Braves got off to a lot worse start than the Phillies, but they fell back behind. They really weren't able to recover. So you can't fall too behind here. You got to keep pace with Atlanta.
12-7.
Especially because half their team's missing right now, and they're still winning games.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and this hasn't been a tough schedule so far for the Phillies. It's not like that they started out with murderer's row.
Well, now you're going to have it. That's the problem.
Yeah, to your point, you needed to build a little bit of get some wins here. Oh, boy. All right, Luke, and we'll take some Phillies phone calls.
Oh, by the way, the Marlins are a good team, too. Like, again, early, but they're putting it together. They look like a feasible opponent this year.
Let's go to Nolan. Nolan was on hold before he climbed back in. Nolan, go ahead, man. What up?
Hi, guys. Hey, my biggest thing is, it's the rotation and the bullpen. We let Ranger Suarez walk in free agency, who was one of our better of our 5 starters. We don't know when Wheels is coming. Well, we have an idea when Wheels is going to come back, but we don't know when.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And we lost you.
No.
Well, I mean, and we appreciate it. So I got bringing Ranger Suarez back. He has not been great in Boston. His last start, he actually had a good start. I think he went 6 and didn't give up a run. But were you going to trade Luzardo? You were going to sign Ranger Suarez to a $30 million, $25 million a year contract?
Yeah.
I mean, I know Luzardo hasn't been good this year, but you traded for Luzardo. He's been good. He's got better stuff than Ranger. I love Ranger Suarez. It would have been great if they could have kept him on the team. Aaron Nole's making $25 million a year. That's how you keep Ranger Suarez on the team. You don't sign Nola. So, unfortunately, he's gone, but you weren't re-signing.
Yeah, he's got a 5.02 ERA. And I know
First couple starts are bad.
Yeah. And Ranger's good. I love Ranger. We all love Ranger. It's going to be, it's painful to see him in a different uniform. It's been a long time. It's been a long time with the Phillies. But when it comes to Luzardo, you're right. He has better stuff and was a tad bit cheaper.
Luke asked a great question on his Twitter. Better chance of happening, the Sixers beating Boston or the Penguin or the Flyers sweeping the Penguins? It's actually not a good question. It's a ridiculously easy question.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
I would say what scenario is more likely? The Sixers winning a game or the Flyers winning the series? Sixers winning 2 games isn't a fair question because they're not winning 2 games. They could win a game.
You win 2 games, that's a series.
Yeah,
right?
That means at some point it was at least 3-2.
Correct. So I'm definitely not getting down with that. Look, I think this Flyers team, they just don't know any better. They're young, dumb, and full of you-know-what.
What? I didn't hope you. I hope you weren't going there.
That was La Bamba. That's what that was.
Is that what
Richie Valens. La Bamba.
Well, his brother was he was a trash man, right? He rode the back of the trash truck.
That's correct. Yes. Nice pull there. And Dutz has no idea anything that I
La Bamba?
Yeah. No, that.
What year were you born?
2004.
Right. So it was 17 years
You were
before.
born post 9/11. That's insane. That is it.
You're an old dude,
I'm an old
Sean.
guy, man. I know. Let me tell you about the world before 9/11.
Let me tell you something.
Used to be able to keep your shoes on at the airport. Dutz, can you believe that?
No, there was no like the check was there was no check at the airport. I don't remember what you did at the airport before.
Yeah, I didn't fly much in high school. I think I flew like twice.
I might have flown a couple times too, but I did fly, I would say, in the year before 9/11. I don't remember anything other than the flight, but I don't remember what it was like. There was no security. I mean, if you were going through security, it wasn't really going through security.
No.
It's more or less they're checking your tickets.
Yeah, tap down. You're good.
Oh, my God. Now it's complete freaking
Were you
chaos.
able to smoke on? But when's the last time you were able to smoke on a plane? That was definitely pre 9/11.
Well, they still have the no smoking things up there. Can you imagine smoking on a plane?
I was on a plane to Vegas one time, way back, like 10 years ago, and a guy was vaping in front of me.
Right on the plane?
Yeah, I'm not a cop, not a stewardess. I'm gonna let him go.
When was the last time you were allowed to smoke on airplanes? I just Googled it.
Nice work there.
What do you think? Give me an answer.
I think in the 90s. I'll go like 94, 95, 95.
1990.
Wow, okay.
On domestic flights and then international flights 2000. So that means that any plane that I've been on recently was built before 1990 because otherwise why would you have a sign that says don't smoke?
Well, they put that up there because you
yeah, because otherwise you would light up.
Yeah.
You're right.
Plenty of
otherwise you'd be like, let me get this Marlboro.
That's how you get arrested, and you're going to spend some time in prison if you smoke on a plane.
You'd be in handcuffs. Well, they'll arrest you if you smoke outside of a building, it feels
Oh,
like.
Tase you.
When Dutz goes down and smokes with Ray.
Dutz, are you a smoker?
Yeah. How about that?
I mean, you got to wash your hair immediately after that.
It gets caught up. I don't want to light myself on fire. Get too close.
He doesn't smoke. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to have a lighter. Your hair would catch on fire. All right, coming up, MJ from Pottstown wants to talk about Jalen Hurts being overrated, which I'm always down for. But also, Is this another confirmation that A.J. Brown is going to be traded? We have another insider with the latest on A.J. Brown. We'll play that for you coming up next. Middays and Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
Yeah, but first, fellas, I'm here to tell you about Blue Chew. All right, now we're having some fun, but I got to be honest with you. Here's the deal. We're giving you 10% off your first month of Blue Chew with promo code YES. That's right. So if you ever had any interest in Blue Chew, now is the time. Use promo code YES at BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. Make sure you bring home the gold, Blue Chew Gold. However, the reason why I'm telling you about Blue Chew is because now more than ever, we just need a little advantage. That's right. And the playoffs are here in the NHL. The ice is loud. Hits are heavier. Every shift feels like sudden death. Last thing you want is coming up empty-handed when it matters most. So don't sweat it. Check out Blue Chew Gold because they just got called up to the top line. Blue Chew just leveled up. Blue Chew Gold, a new 4-in-1 upgrade built for both your mind and your body. So if you were thinking about the Blue Chew venture, now is the time with Blue Chew Gold. The tablet dissolves. It can start working as little as 15 minutes. So no long intermissions, no stuck on the bench. You're just hopping over the boards and going. And when it's go time, yeah, we're talking about red light flashing, crowd going nuts, playoff hockey magic. Fellas, upgrade your performance and discover your options today at BlueChew.com. Once again, get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with promo code YES. That's promo code YES. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information right now.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Sixers are back in the postseason. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the 76ers defeated the Orlando Magic 109-97 and will face the Boston Celtics in the first round of the playoffs. Tyrese Maxey led the team with 31 points, with Andre Drummond hitting the dagger to secure the win.
Oubre with it to Drummond. Drummond shoots a three from the corner, and it's good. He's going to send the Sixers to Boston. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, and 3 if Drummond hits a three.
They'll travel to Boston with the first game on Sunday. Tip-off is set for 1 o'clock, and you can listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. Phillies got crushed by the Cubs last night, dropping yet another series. Jesus Luzardo gave up 8 runs, and the Phils will look to turn things around tomorrow night against the division-leading Atlanta Braves. Flyers are getting ready for the Penguins, and as soon as we know the dates and times for the series, we'll give you the latest. And we are just 1 week away from the NFL Draft, where the Philadelphia Eagles will be on the clock at 23rd overall. This update is sponsored by AAA Tire and Auto Service. Save $15 off your next oil change, plus earn $7 towards your next service with Duramax dollars at AAA Tire and Auto Service. Offer ends April 30th. Visit AAA.com/mycar for details. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
just popped in here. He said I had the fresh cut and I looked handsome. I know I do. Thank you.
I just turned my microphone on. You do look handsome. I'm turning it off. I'll see you guys later.
Let's go, Casey. Flyers. All right, there he is. Come in tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. Okay, come in.
FaceTime us.
No, don't FaceTime. Dudes don't FaceTime dudes. All right? We'll have Casey in tomorrow to talk about the series. Yeah, so and we will do some Flyers coming up. So believe me, I got something on the Flyers. I've been investigating what they're talking about in Pittsburgh. And we have some of that stuff coming up second half of the show. So Jonathan Jones.
Jonathan Jones.
Of CBS Sports. He's the insider on the NFL Today and a lot of their other things.
Yeah.
So it's regurgitation, but it also kind of, we just put the flame on the soup to really talk about, because with the Rousini stuff.
What, the Bunsen burner underneath?
No, the on your range, do you have that back burner that if you tried to boil water on the back burner,
it would take you
a little
9 hours, yeah.
Right.
Oh, so is that the small burners for soup?
I'll put the little thing of soup on the back.
You know what
to simmer.
You know what I never use is the thing in the middle. Like
I don't either.
Yeah, I never use that. What's that for? What, making pancakes and stuff?
Grilled cheese.
All right.
You know what's going to be for me? Nothing, because I got to get a new oven because the freaking people came out and fried my oven.
That's terrible.
It is terrible. It's going to cost me anyway. So give me, you have it right there. Give me what Jonathan Jones says on the A.J. Brown situation.
At this point, it would be a surprise if Brown is not on a new team by the start of training camp. However, that's how he ends. How he starts, he says, quote, "But what sources have pointed out to me is that Brown has done nothing publicly to try and punch his way out of Philly. And those sources have theorized that Brown may be in understanding that a deal will take place at some point in the summer. Making a public stink does not help his position, especially when he could be on another team by OTAs and minicamp in June. Anyway, it goes on to say Philadelphia positions itself to move forward in 2026 with the receivers group that can live without Brown."
It's funny. My sources said the exact same thing.
Really?
Yeah, and my sources are me. Yeah, no, I like everything they just said there. We know. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't made a public stink. It is probably because he wants to be traded and he doesn't want to cause a stink.
Do you think there's a deal?
I think there's an understanding that they're trying to move him and they feel like they're going to move him. Would I be shocked if he wasn't traded to the New England Patriots in early June? I'd be shocked.
Yes, me too. Yep.
98% he's getting traded. Where are you?
I'm at 90. I haven't moved. I'm still at 90, holding strong.
I think Ray was up to 80. Last time we talked about this, he texted.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, right? And this is where I'm at right now with the Eagles conversation. This isn't made up. This isn't contrived. This is my honest feeling. I'm frustrated. I'm aggravated with the whole A.J. Brown scenario. Like, dude, if you don't want to be here, go. Now, how he's doing.
He is.
Yeah, I know, but say it.
You want him to come out and take a flamethrower to Lincoln
You know what?
Financial Field.
It's not even that. I just want him to say, you know what, man? I just want a new location. I want to move on. I did my best with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I would respect that. All right, AJ, cool. Let's make a deal happen. Now, how he's doing the right thing, I get it. But it did not help.
But that's not him.
Who?
AJ.
No, it's not.
It's not his personality to do that. And honestly, I don't think you're going to hear him talk bad about anybody. The trade will happen. He'll thank Philadelphia and all that other stuff, and then he'll go to New England and he'll hug Vrabel.
Yeah.
Now, will they interlock fingers? That's a different question.
That's a great question. Maybe we can get that on Kalshi. But let me just follow up by saying it's frustrating now with everything. It's a culmination of everything. And then Howie has the opportunity to defend Jalen Hurts. I was yelling about this too, after they won the Super Bowl. Why are vibes down? We are the defending Super Bowl champions. Let's start acting like it. And here we are now in April. Our star receiver wants out. That's the main storyline. The general manager had an opportunity to defend his franchise quarterback. Did not. Like, what are we doing? Nick Sirianni looks like he hasn't slept in a month. Did you see him or no?
Yeah, he looked a little.
Hey, what are we doing right now?
A little bit of black under the eyes.
Yeah, but this is the off season. He's not sleeping on the floor eating Papa John's, right? That's the football season.
He might be sleeping in the bed eating Papa John's, but who knows?
Come on.
So to the point, and I want to point this out because there still are A.J. Brown truthers out there that don't believe he's going to be traded. The A.J. trade truthers are my I think they're my favorite people in Philadelphia right now. It's one thing if it doesn't happen, believe me, the Patriots could say, we're not giving you any more than the third, and Howie says, no, we'll take it in the training camp. So, like, I'm not telling you there's not a possibility of that, but this idea that this is all media creation, if you really believe that, I need something that you have, man. I need whatever you're smoking or drinking or whatever. I need it. What percentage are you, Dutz?
I'm at 95 now. I've flipped completely. I flipped. The addition of Wicks and Marquise Brown, even though they're not top-tier receivers, had me going. And then just the Patriots in general. I think they have a handshake agreement after June 1st. In the coming weeks, they'll agree to something, and he'll be out.
Yeah, I think there's an understanding. You want the player. We want to trade him. We know this. Now, we still have to – I don't think that they have an actual trade worked out.
Okay.
I think there's still going to be some haggling.
Yeah.
But there's an understanding that they want to trade him to the Patriots, and the Patriots want to acquire him from the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
I agree.
So the general manager of the Dolphins, Joe Eric Sullivan, Joe Eric. I don't know many Joe Erics. But Joe Eric Sullivan, he said on Wednesday, because the running – what's the running back's name? I'm blanking on the name.
Devon Achane.
Yeah, Achane. There's been talk about, hey, you're rebuilding. Why do you want a really, really talented running back if you're rebuilding?
Yep.
Well, he came out and he said that he's not available, quote, not available on a trade. He made it very clear. Now, you can still trade him, but he said he's not available. For all the truthers out there, if Howie Roseman really doesn't want to trade A.J. Brown, he could come out and say he is not available on a trade.
Yep.
You can even play the game of, well, we'll always take a phone call, but we don't want to trade him. A.J. Brown also could very easily, because we know he knows how to use social media. We've seen him use social media in the past.
Oh, yeah.
If he wanted to, he could come out and he could say, this is all crap. I don't want to be traded. I'm not asking to be traded. I'm very happy in Philadelphia. Yeah. He hasn't done that.
You're right.
I don't know why I have to keep explaining it to these people, but I do.
You got to write it down for somebody. Real quick, my top 3 favorite groups of people in Philadelphia. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Number 3 on that list, the Flyers gatekeepers. I'm a fan of them.
Not number 1.
No, not number 1. No, this is a good list.
I like the gatekeepers.
All right. Yeah, I like them. Right? It's their time to shine.
I had a gatekeeper yesterday that that Instagram storied me.
Do you want to shout him out?
We became friends.
What was his name?
It was some business.
Yeah, it was something stupid.
It was some business. So no, but we became friends.
Okay.
Yeah, real fast. Scrappy Bone.
Scrappy Bone.
He sends me a message off of no, it wasn't even off of a story. He says, "Don't pretend to care about the Flyers now. Stick to baseball." But I looked at his profile, and he did something. There's a place in Saratoga called Hilltop Hamburgers that I'm a big fan of.
Nice.
And I just responded back, and I said, dude, I'm a huge fan of Hilltop Burgers. And all of a sudden, we're friends.
Nice.
He's like, I'll leave you alone now.
I like that. All right, so the gatekeepers are number 3 of my favorite Philadelphia people right now. Number 2, the Painters crew.
I do like. I didn't talk about them on here.
We
love the Painters.
We need the overalls. When Painters starts, we got to have overalls.
Maniac Boy has the Phillies overalls.
Of course No, I don't want the Phillies. I want Painters overalls.
Want real
MAB. Yeah. Like
Sherman Williams.
Yeah, all that.
Okay.
All right. Number 2, definitely the Painters crew. And last but not least, sentimental, the Philadelphia Wings fans that showed up at the final game that packed the bowl, John. Man, I'll tell you what. I salute them. God bless those Wings fans.
12,000 strong.
Oh, 12,000 strong.
Where are the AJ trade truthers on that list?
Yeah.
They're the best.
Yeah,
they're my number 1. I mean, they're so delusional. They're almost as bad. They're almost as bad as the Rousini defenders. Almost.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
All right. 610-632-0975. MJ from Pottstown is going to tell us why Jalen Hurts is overrated. That's coming up after this. News at noon with Dutz is coming up at 12 o'clock. Don't go anywhere.
The sports talk never stops.
shirt is kind of like an in-between. I'm wearing a button up today. If I button the second to, not the top button, but that next button down,
Yeah.
it feels like it's too high up.
Gotcha.
And if I unbutton that, I'm showing chest hair, and it feels like I need a gold chain.
Yeah, you're letting that lettuce out.
What do you think, Dots? What should I do? This right here where you see the, hey.
Let's check the YouTube chat. Let's see what they say. They were very active today.
Were they?
Yeah,
It feels like it's a little bit too unbuttoned.
You know Richard Jefferson, right?
Yeah.
You see what he does?
Yeah.
He does it on purpose.
Yeah, he's
down to the belly button.
he's a sex machine. He's all the way
He
down.
comes off like that. I don't know what his deal is, but yeah, he interviewed Jared McCain the other day without shoes on. He's like, what is going on, dude? Put some clothes on. He's ripping on the Sixers too. I didn't like that.
All right, I'm going to keep it. It's more comfortable if it's open. I'm just going to keep it open. If people want to make fun of the chest hair.
I don't see it from here, so I don't think it looks that bad.
You blind?
I might be, yeah.
I don't, because I am. I can barely see you. I need
Yeah.
glasses.
Chest hair making a comeback.
Is it?
I don't know.
No?
No.
Well, I mean,
Will women ever dig hair again like that?
not in my lifetime.
Well, mullets are back in.
Yeah, I know.
So if mullets can make a comeback, why can't chest hair?
Well, it can, but not for a 50-year-old. Like, you're going to get a mullet? You could grow a mullet.
I can't. It's a skullet.
A ball.
It's not a mullet. It's a skullet. I could grow a rat tail. I guarantee I can give you a rat tail.
All right, let's do it.
Sixers win 2 games against the Celtics. I will grow a rat tail.
Clip that.
Clip that. Put it on there. If they win 2 games against the Celtics, rat tail brace coming strong.
Yep. Dutch should keep his current haircut, but just let it grow long in the back.
I had that before you started here. I had
You had a mullet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The mullets are in again, man.
Whole thing.
Hair Jordan.
Yep.
Party
Different
up front.
styles. Listen, I have it now, right? Why not experiment with it?
I mean, I guess.
I got that wrong. It's business up front, party in the back.
In the back.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go to MJ in Pottstown. MJ wants to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi, MJ.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
We got you, brother.
Loud and clear, MJ.
What's going on?
I didn't hear that crap. There's usually like a crackling noise before you come on, you know?
All right, well, you're good. What's going on?
Anyway, all right, good. Hey, show the gold chain, show the chest there. The hell with it.
That's
Whatever
it.
happens,
All right.
happens.
I need to get a
Don't
gold
worry
chain.
He needs a
about it.
gold chain with one of those peppers,
You
right?
gotta get the gold chain.
That's like the Italian thing. Is that like I don't even know what that is, but it's like
Something they do now?
Yeah, it's an Italian thing. Yeah, aren't you Italian, Dutz?
It's like in The Sopranos. You remember Moltisanti?
No, I
He used
thought
to wear
you
a
meant
shirt like that.
you said a pepper.
Yeah, there's a pepper on the gold chain.
I
It's
didn't
like a
know that.
charm.
Oh, yes.
Pepper.
Yes.
It's
All
a
right.
horn. It's considered a horn.
Oh, it's a horn?
Oh, I didn't know
Is
that.
that a
Yeah, an Italian horn. You got to be Italian to know that.
Horn. I thought it was a
Gotta be
horn.
Italian to know that.
I thought it was a
Come
pepper.
on.
I'm sorry.
I thought this was some new thing on TikTok that Shawn was talking about. Anyway, thanks, MJ.
That's not why I'm calling. That's
All
not
right,
why.
good.
Hey, I'm off the rails.
Welcome to the show, MJ. Your thoughts. Hurts.
Tell us that Jalen Hurts
right
sucks.
into that. I slipped right into it. I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Okay, so back to serious talk here with Jalen, right? Jalen is a decent quarterback. He is not a great quarterback, and he's not a good quarterback either. All right? So let me tell you why. If you guys were the GM right now, and you had to start a football team, and you go to pick a quarterback, now I'm not talking about quarterbacks that are in the pros right now.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to select a quarterback in the draft, what characteristics are you looking for? Are you looking at the record of the team, or are you looking at the individual and how they throw the football, how they execute their reads?
Well, but
Okay.
that's why he was drafted in the second round for sure. Like
true.
like believe me, MJ, I know what you're saying, but here's what I'll counter. All right,
I always
here's what I'll counter. Like
hear-
Lamar Jackson's won 3 MVPs, and I'm a fan of Lamar Jackson. He's a tremendous talent. If you were to say, okay, I want Lamar Jackson and not Jalen Hurts, and then you keep losing in the playoffs year after year after year, does all that talent actually matter?
Do you honestly believe that if we had Jackson as our quarterback for the year that they won the Super Bowl, do you honestly believe we would have lost the Super Bowl because we had him as the quarterback as opposed to Jalen Hurts?
I don't know if you would have made
this.
this. I don't know if you would have made the Super Bowl. Maybe you lose. Maybe you lose to the
would have.
Rams.
Oh, yes, you would have.
Well, that wasn't a blowout. They didn't blow the Rams out.
Yeah, Rams was a tight game.
You could potentially lose that game.
I'm telling you right now, you would win. You would have won that same Super Bowl with about 10 different quarterbacks.
Maybe,
I'm telling you.
or maybe not.
All right.
You know why? And here's my point. Here's how I'm going to illustrate it to you. Okay, what has to be right in order for Jalen Hurts to percolate? Now he needs a running game. That's got to be perfect. He needs an O-line that's got to open a hole for a truck to go through it. He needs a perfect defense that can shut down the opposition.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
You need everything to be perfect.
But let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
That's why Roseman can't stand him.
Was the running game good last year? Was the running game good last year?
Him to win.
Just hang on. I'm going to counter you. Hold on.
MJ.
Was the running game good last year?
The running game was no good last year.
Was the offensive line good last year?
I don't think the O-line was as good as the year before.
It was not good.
Right.
It was not.
You're right.
Anything maybe like average or a little bit above average. They had some injuries. Guys were banged up.
Yep.
Their defense was good last year. I don't know if it was as good as the year before, but their defense was good.
They won because of the defense last year. That's how they were winning those games.
They won 11 games because of the defense.
Was putrid.
But that's my point. They won 11 games. The offense wasn't great
because of the defense.
No, because overall they're a good team.
Oh yes,
that's why they won 11. No, that's why they won. Overall, they're a good team.
Points, we could have won more games last year if we had a quarterback that knew how to throw and
MJ, it's a good call, man. It's good to hear from you. When you say that Jalen Hurts is overrated, and that's your overall comment, he can't be overrated if there's so many people that don't think he's any good. If anything, you would call in and say Josh Allen is overrated, Lamar Jackson's overrated, Joe Burrow's overrated, Justin Herbert's overrated. The guy that nobody has respect for as a starting quarterback locally or nationally, he's not overrated. I mean, you may say that they're not winning because of him. Fine. Like, I get it. I understand the conversation. But Jalen Hurts, you're a Jalen Hurts guy. That's in your bio.
That's right.
It's not in my bio.
Yeah, I shined a light at Patullo. That offense was atrocious. Play calling, play design. That's not a cop-out. That's the reality of what it was. The offense struggled as a whole. I'm not here to defend Jalen Hurts. And, yeah, the defense was good, and they won a couple games because of the defense. He's right with that. But where you're wrong, it's like when you start to talk about, this quarterback needs this. Tell me the perfect quarterback. Every quarterback needs some help. Now, if you're going to tell me Mahomes isn't on that list, I won't argue. But Stafford needed help, right? He's got great receivers. He's got a great head coach, offensive mind. Darnold just won the Super Bowl. How did Sam Darnold win the Super Bowl? Great receivers. Oh, that defense was pretty good, right? Okay. Drake May, they got to a Super Bowl. Why? That defense was pretty good, right? Like, I get it, man. Jalen Hurts is not Joe Burrow. He's not the perfect quarterback. Can't sling it with the best of them. But he's a winner.
AFC divisional round. Josh Allen threw 25 for 39 for 283 yards, and they lost. AFC championship game, 22 of 34, 237 yards, and they lost. Year before that, the AFC divisional round, 26 of 39, 186 yards, and they lost.
Yep.
Do I need to keep going on? I love Josh Allen. I would take Josh Allen or Joe Burrow over any quarterback in the NFL. I just would. I think they're that talented. You have to look at what they're also doing in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson. They haven't been to a Super Bowl for a reason. And you can say it's because of the offensive line. You can say it's because of the skill guys, whatever. And you might be wrong. You may not be wrong. But I thought quarterbacks didn't get excuses built in for stuff.
Yeah.
Josh Allen hasn't been to a Super Bowl.
That's correct.
All right. And you look at the game, you look at his numbers in the games that they've lost. He hasn't went down with 375 yards. The one game against Mahomes where they gave Mahomes like 20-some seconds left and he came down, they won the game like that. Be fair about it. Be fair and look at Jalen Hurts and what he's done in some of these big games.
And it wasn't Italian pepper.
Really?
Yes, the Italian pepper necklace or cornicillo, little horn. It's your.
Why do I not know about that?
You know it. Look at it.
Okay, I get it. I'm going to go to Amazon and get one.
Commonly red, resembling a chili pepper to symbolize blood and life, or made from gold and silver.
I am Italian.
All right, well, you need a gold chain with a chili pepper on it.
I'm on Amazon right now. 610-632-0975. The news at noon with Dutz. What does he have for us today? Hair Jordan. Next. Don't go anywhere. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
The rookie shines yet again. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the 76ers defeated the Orlando Magic 109-97 with VJ Edgecombe putting together a double-double with 19 points and 11 rebounds. VJ showed no fear on the court last night and displayed it in his post-game press conference.
I ain't scared of nobody. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm a guard, regardless of who you is. I'm gonna try, and I ain't scared. Like, I ain't gonna back up if you're running at me. Man, you just gotta run me over or something, man. I'm gonna be honest.
They'll travel to Boston to battle the Celtics in the first round with the first game on Sunday. Tip-off for that one is set for 1 o'clock, and you can listen to that one right here on The Fanatic. Phillies got crushed by the Cubs last night, losing 11-2, with Jesus Luzardo giving up 8 runs. They get a much-needed off day today, and will start a series with the Braves tomorrow with Taijuan Walker taking the mound. Flyers are getting ready for the Penguins, and we'll keep you updated with game times as soon as they come out. Expect that to be later tonight with the season ending for Western Conference teams today. And we are just 1 week away from the NFL Draft, where the Eagles will be on the clock at 23rd overall. This update is sponsored by Taco Bell. Try Taco Bell's new Lux Value Menu, 10 items, all $3 or less, featuring the new chocolate fudge and caramel empanadas. Just don't let the Lux go to your head. For a limited time, price and participation varies, tax extra. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
All right, your chance to win $1,000. Text the word EVENT, E-V-E-N-T. Fanatic Parlay Cash. Text the word EVENT to the short code of 45911, 45911, or enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com. You have until 25 minutes after the hour. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each day. 8 a.m., 10 a.m. with us, noon with us right now, 3 and 5 p.m. with Unfiltered. Your next chance to win coming up at 3 o'clock. Event, the 45911, the Fanatic app, or 97.5, thefanatic.com. Hoo-ah!
We on a war tour with Muhammad, my man. Going each and every place with the mic in their hand. New York, NJ, MC, VA.
Back in 89, we simply stood in the place. Buddy, all up in your face.
Are you going to go to Roots Picnic with me?
No.
Dude, you're going to miss out.
Why?
Come for Jay-Z and the Roots.
Nah.
It will be electric.
Yeah, I just have no interest.
Belmont Plateau. It's going to be ridiculous getting out of there. But that's one you don't miss.
Yeah, you're a big...
But you're a hip-hop fan. If you're a hip-hop fan, that's right there on a platter. Jay-Z and the Roots.
I know. I have that on my phone. I can just listen to it.
Man, I can't wait.
No, but you like going to live music. You like going to events. You're always out. I don't.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? I like going to the grocery store. That's my excitement. Doing dishes.
Can I tell the story? Yeah, I'm asking you on air about what you were just asked yesterday about Eric about the big event, the sporting event that's coming here on a Thursday. Do you have any interest of going live from that place? And you were like, "No, I'm good."
Oh yeah, the PGA. Yeah, Eric Simon comes down and he's like, "Oh," so I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want to do that."
I was looking over like, "No."
Yeah, Shawn meanwhile is like, "Oh, golf, golf."
It's a monster event. It's a major. This is a big deal. I was trying to sell it to you, but here's what I know. Doing a show outside of the studio sometimes takes a little bit of a hit. There's got to be a rhyme and a reason, and if you're just going to put us in the back of a media tent,
But if I also was a big golf fan and I would have natural excitement from being out, I wouldn't. And if I had to do a golf guest, I would have no interest in doing that. Even trying to make it interesting from a radio standpoint, I have no interest in it.
It's tough.
It's tough. So, like, I had said, like, hey, I'll take the day off or something. Sean can come in and do it. Yeah, but, like, no. What I said was, if this is something that we're making money for the station, absolutely.
Yeah.
But if this is like, hey, would you like to go do this? No, I have no interest in it at all.
Yeah,
I am a studio performer, damn it.
I love it. Well, if you change your mind, May 30th, Roots Picnic, it's going to be pretty good.
All right. Thank you. Maybe Dutz can go with you.
No, I'm good. We went to the Truist Championship with Mike and with Ray, Bill. Absolute disaster. YouTube didn't work. I was sweating all day long. We were in a small tent. Bill had like some tight khaki pants on that no one wanted to look at. Bad day.
Yeah, it was hot.
Yep.
That follow-up, the next day, it rained. I was live with Harry Mays. We did stuff illegal. We were doing play-by-play. They had to fight because originally we were supposed to be out and about with no tent. All right, cool. Then
they had to put you under
pouring,
the tent. Yeah.
So they're like, all right, we got to put you under 15. It was unbelievable. We had the tee box to our right. We got a par 5 green in front of us. I'm giving play-by-play on the air. I'm doing play-by-play of the Truist Championship. It was phenomenal, but they crushed it. That was a great time at the Cricket Club.
It's great for the Delaware Valley. I love the tournaments coming here and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Aronimac's going to be nuts, man.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the news at noon. What do we got? It doesn't matter what comes in the world of sports. The news at noon with Ray Dunn. Bad Athlete Podcast, angry college coaches, innocuous and random topics. The news at noon with Ray Dunn. The news at noon with Ray Dunn. The news at noon with Ray Dunn.
Here's Dutz.
All right, we're going to start things off with the NBA.
Yep.
As you guys have probably already heard, Skip Bayless had a nice take on Joel Embiid yesterday, talking about his availability for the playing game as well as the playoffs. Take a listen.
I have a pretty good source in Philadelphia. Told me that Embiid is actually cleared to play, but has chosen not to play. That it's an appendicitis, but it's fine. Went well. These days they can just go in
quickly and pretty simply, and he could play if he chose to. But he pretty quick to remove your appendix. Yeah.
Skip. So Skip's got to be is he in his mid-70s now? Is he starting to lose some of his faculties?
He looks like he's that age. I hate him. I honestly don't use that word lightly on air. I just can't stand Skip Bayless. I can't stand that people share him. I can't stand that Dutz is playing him right now. I can't stand Skip. Let him go, please.
So, I mean, here's the thing. Skip, let's pretend that a source really told him that, if it even happened. But doesn't common sense say, hang on a second? He had the surgery 6 days ago. And you can't even go to a third world country that would get a doctor that would say, sure, go out and play after having a surgery. You're not, I mean, this isn't, you didn't have a mole removed from your arm. Aren't the stitches still there? Isn't the wound still relatively fresh? And he was already cleared by a doctor to go play?
Oh, yeah.
What is he talking about? There's less than a 0% chance any doctor would say, sure, go play. And then Embiid saying, after 6 days, it wasn't even a week since he had the emergency surgery. Yeah. So after 6 days, the doctor already cleared him, and he said, no, I won't play. Well, by the way, if he was cleared, he should say he's not going to play. The timetable's around over a month. Maybe less. I don't know. He's not 6 days.
Well,
idiot.
You go back and you look at players in various sports that have had this surgery and when they did return, and it's 2 to 3 weeks. You would hope that
he's been cleared after 6 days.
Yeah, it's just to the report itself, and it stinks because then this will be put out there, and it's going to be more of a stain on the media, the big bad media, and it's just an idiot Skip Bayless running his yap on some podcast where he's trying to make like a highlight, not a name for himself, but trying to get the clicks, and it stinks because that's such a BS report.
I like Skip better than Stephen A. at this point.
You do?
Yeah, because Stephen A. still fancies himself as like a respected journalist, I think, even though what he does is anything but that. Skip's a total sleaze. He knows what he is and he's fine with it. Stephen A. he thinks that he's the number one seed of all media.
You know what I would say though is Stephen A. at least will stand up and back it up.
Oh, Stephen A.'s full of crap. He doesn't even know what he's talking about half the time. I'm with you.
That's fine, but Skip is he doesn't come out of his house. He doesn't leave like. Oh, I guess he does this podcast now, and that's it. It's the first time he's ever seen him. Like, that was my issue with him. It's like, you run your yap. You don't go to these games. You don't do anything. It's like, come on. If you're going to put that opinion out there, back it up.
Yeah, go out and go nose to nose with LeBron James.
Yeah,
sure, make it even more about yourself.
Stephen A. did.
Well, I know. But I'm making fun of Stephen A. for doing it.
But LeBron approached him.
Honestly, Stephen A., all these athletes getting so mad at Stephen A. just elevates his brand.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron being mad at Stephen A. only elevates his brand.
Oh, God, yeah.
And Stephen A.'s winning, but...
Oh, he's won. He's already won. The fight's over. He got paid that contract. That's it.
Right.
Done.
And what is his life like? He works 24 hours a day doing sports that he doesn't even believe.
No.
Awesome life. You make all the money in the world. If that's all you're doing in your life, make all the money in your world. You at least enjoy yourself. We may not have a lot of money, but you enjoy life.
I got no money.
I know.
I'm broke, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Rubbing nickels together right now.
All right, what do you got, Dutz?
We're going to head out to California, sticking with basketball. Second playing game last night was the Warriors and the Clippers. Clippers got lost last night. Kawhi Leonard had his post-game press conference. They asked him about his future, and here's what he had to say.
Let me cry about this loss a little bit more. We're going to have our discussions when that time comes.
So they made the conference finals in 2021. Since then, have not gotten back there. It's been kind of taking steps backwards. My worry is, John, if you remember, who was the general manager that inquired about Kawhi at the deadline? That would be Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey.
So is that maybe an option here, that we see Daryl Morey go after him again?
Sure. If he keeps his job, absolutely. And you know what? And this is not what I want, but if they're going forward with Joel Embiid, why wouldn't you want Kawhi Leonard? I just don't know how you get him. He had a really, really good season.
He had a career year.
Yeah. He's a good player.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's he's unbelievable. Everyone thinks he was going the wrong way this year. No, man, look at the numbers.
He fit in perfectly with the injury stuff as well.
That's the issue. Come on, man. We're dancing with
He played 65 games this year.
Let's go get Greg Oden off the scrapyard, too. Bring him in.
He is available.
Let's get Bynum. Anybody with some issues. No? Okay. Previous issues.
Would you be Daryl Morey keeps his job, would you be interested in Kawhi? Embiid staying here, would you be interested in Kawhi?
Of course.
It's the same reason why you said the same thing with Paul George.
I didn't say yes to Paul George, though.
Well, but was he the best player that was available? If this is all you're doing, which is going after the obvious
Correct.
player, then that's
Yeah. Kawhi had a great season.
it's not going to work.
I can't believe they lost that game last night. I thought for sure they were winning. I fell asleep in the fourth.
Yeah, I wasn't watching. All right. What else do we have, Dutz?
Well, first, you just traumatized me when you said, well, he had a career this year. He played 65 games. That's exactly what we said about Paul George. His final year with the Clippers when he came over here.
Yeah, but I mean, it was notable to me, and I said it at the time. The Clippers made Paul George an offer they knew he would refuse. They said, like, yeah, we'll give you a year or two, but we're not giving you 4 years. They knew he wasn't going to.
They wouldn't give him 4 years.
Right. They knew that there were other teams. The Magic would max him. The Sixers would max him. There was teams that would max him, and they knew that he would say no. They didn't want Paul George back. And what did it do for him? Nothing. They're not even in the playoffs.
Well, they swapped him out for Harden and had that end.
Yeah, and then they trade Harden. Yeah,
the Garland.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the Cavs do this year because there's a lot of people banging the drum, as my voice just cracked, for James Harden. Look, he had a great season. Let's see what he does in the postseason. I'm not holding my breath on him performing, that's for sure.
Agreed.
Yep, with you there. So we're going to keep it with basketball, a very basketball-centric news at noon today. But Nick Wright went at LaMelo Ball. Obviously, as we know, LaMelo had that play on Bam where he kind of grabbed his ankle, and then Bam ended up missing the game, and now the Heat are eliminated. So Nick Wright ripped LaMelo, and it has a ripple effect. Probably.
That young man is a clown and has been a clown forever and will never not be a clown.
Well, that's a little fun. You don't know that.
You're right. You're right about that part.
Hopefully he learned. I hear you.
You know what? That part is correct.
hopefully
You know what, Brew? I'm glad you're here to correct that. I don't know what he will be down the road. What I do know is that the way he conducts himself on the court, and it would appear off the court, is that of an immature, coddled teenager.
So this started the whole thing with Lonzo going crazy on Twitter. Then you have LeVar Ball going crazy. I didn't get LeVar Ball's audio because I lose brain cells when I hear him talk. It's that bad.
Yeah.
But it started a whole thing with the two of them.
It was the first time I thought of it. I haven't heard from him in a long time.
Because he won. He's got those kids doing big things.
I know, but they also told him to shut up because he was his own worst enemy. We had him on the station. I remember Nahagian used to be like, I can get you
LeVar Ball.
Yeah. For sure.
Good.
I think.
Yeah, look, he had multiple kids in the NBA, and LaMelo is a stud. I don't really like his game, but he is a stud. The Hornets are winning. That's something that...
Is he a clown, though? I don't follow it enough.
LaMelo is a clown.
Okay.
LaMelo has had multiple issues off the court driving. He ran over a kid. There are videos of him leaving the arena, and he drives like a maniac. He's immature. He's got to grow up. And then he just had the one accident that just happened downtown in Charlotte where he left the scene of the accident. Gee, I wonder why. Why would you leave a scene of an accident, John?
Probably had to pee.
Yeah, that's probably.
He's 24 years old, so let's not act like he's 19.
He's 24 with a lot of money. He's going to make mistakes.
But sure, and you're entitled to make mistakes if you learn from them.
Correct.
But is he getting better?
No, that's the thing. He's not. And unfortunately, he is, he's a superstar for the Charlotte Hornets, and it feels like they're letting him do whatever. They're winning, right? Right now, they're winning. We'll see if they can get into the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but he's a good basketball player, and if you can perform, somebody will work with you. You know how that
All
works.
Right. Good job, Dutsy. News at noon without Ray Dunn. Joe in North Philly has something on the Kawhi Daryl Morey thing. Joe, what do you got? How are you?
What's going on, fellas? Man, I'm already up to here with Daryl Morey. The fact that he traded Jared McCann, in my opinion, my conspiracy theory opinion, to go get Kawhi Leonard just boggles me. He was a terrible manager in Houston. He's a terrible manager for the Sixers. He has these overpaid contracts. If he gets Kawhi Leonard, I don't know what I would do as a Sixers fan.
All right, so let me stop you. If Morey keeps his job, which a lot of people thinks he's not going to, if he does keep his job and they decide that they're going to keep Joel Embiid, you wouldn't go after Kawhi Leonard? Because at that point, you're just grasping at straws and you're hoping that you can do something to win enough games and you get far enough in the playoffs. I want them to start over. I want them to move on from Embiid and start fresh. But if Morey keeps his job, I can't say no to trying to go after Kawhi Leonard as long as you're not trading one of your young guys. I don't know.
But what are you getting? You're getting a Joel Embiid 2.0, an injury-prone guy who don't even trust medical staff. And right now, my Sixers medical staff should be put on notice too, like entirely. I'm telling you, Daryl Morey, to me, has to get fired. And I'm going to add one more name. I know we're talking Sixers, but you could put Rob Thompson on their name too. He got a month to figure this out because before you know it, it's going to be Donnie Baseball at Citizens Bank Ballpark, and Rob can't figure it out either. You're going to see two big firings in the next 2 months if Rob can't figure it out. And I'm already done with him. We need a young, energetic, vibrant, smart general manager. Like, give me the assistant manager for the Thunder. I'll take him. Like, give me someone for the Spurs. I don't care. Give me someone with some 2026 mentality.
Here's what's going to happen. If it's not Morey, Bob Myers, who was the general manager of the Warriors, and then he left. There are 4 titles. He's been working for Josh Harris and Blitzer Entertainment, whatever the parent company is, and he's been overseeing the Sixers. He's been very visible at games, especially in the second half of this year. It's likely he's going to get the job of being the overseer and being the vision of the Sixers, and then they hire a GM. I don't know if it's going to be Elton or it's going to be somebody else, and they'll do the day-to-day GMing, but it's going to be the vision of Myers, and Myers is going to be the one deciding, is Embiid staying? Are we trading Embiid? How much are we willing to take for Embiid? What are we doing? Are we tearing it down? Is Paul George being traded? That's what I want. I want a different vision. I want somebody else coming in.
No doubt about it. Dr. Marvin. What about Bob? Baby steps, Bob. Baby steps.
So he brings up Rob Thompson, and we talked a lot about it in the first hour of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Rob Thompson and the Phillies, the way they lost last night, and even the way Thompson's talking, you can tell there's concern that he didn't have in previous years. Can we hear him after the game last night? So here's Rob Thompson after the game talking last night, because everybody can say it's still early, and we all know that it's still early. They 8-10. They've played 18 games. 18 games of 162 is not a lot.
April 16th.
It's only April 16th. But even when they weren't good before, they weren't going out there seeming lifeless and really being non-competitive. Their offense, Turner leads the game off with a home run last night. They don't have a run until Bryce Harper hits home run in the 9th inning.
Every time I'm tuning in, John, I feel like Tom McCarthy is going, and that's the first hit from the 2nd inning. And and I said this earlier, there was multiple games in the last week that Tom McCarthy was going nuts because they scored in back-to-back innings. I'm not taking a shot at McCarthy. This is how bad the offense is for the Phillies.
Yep.
Every time I tune in, it's like, what is going on? How are they this bad?
They are. Here's Rob after the game last night.
Yeah, tomorrow's the off day. Hopefully that resets the pen. And then here Friday and get after it again. We got to keep grinding. We're going through a tough time right now in all phases of the game. I don't think that's any secret, but we're going to get better. We're a good club. It's going to get
good club.
They're a good club.
Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, not to like before when he talked about it in previous years or whenever, he sounded like he was. It's a long season. I understand that people get antsy when you're losing games, but it's the back of the baseball card. These guys like by the end of the year, this is what they're going to be, and we're going to be fine. He's more concerned than that. He didn't sound like that was the case. He's concerned. He knows.
Good. He should be. Obviously, that's 1 and 2. It's just like you said earlier. It's like, what will change? What's going to happen? How do they get out of this funk? All right, we have a tough opponent at the Atlanta Braves, division opponent. That should register. That should get your attention, right? You got the ATL coming in to Citizens Bank Park, got warm weather. Now is the time. Let's have ourselves a series. But, that's just rah-rah. That's rah-rah talk. That's me being a Phillies fan. Oh, yeah, I want to see it. Sure. How do we really make it happen?
Do we really want to see it?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, the way they're playing right now, like you're saying, do you really have confidence that's going to be good? We want to see it, and we want them to play well. The way they've been playing, Atlanta comes in here, they might punch you in the face.
Could happen, especially with Taijuan Walker going in game 1. That's not good. Look, I don't – the players only meeting, You know, it's close. We got to be getting there soon. This team doesn't panic. I know that. They've been there. J-Roll's saying that 2 days ago on the national game, the pregame show, saying they've been to the top of the mountain. They know what it takes. It's early, yada, yada, yada. But they just don't look good. Something looks different.
The Phillies lost last night. They got smoked by the Cubs. They lost that series. They've lost a series 3 times this year at Citizens Bank Park. It was April 15th. They lost their 3rd series.
How many series have we had at home so far?
3? Or is it 4?
Let me look that up. Good
the Diamondbacks,
grief.
the Nationals, the Rangers, and then
the
Cubs.
They
so
beat,
4.
They beat the. I don't even remember how many games they won against the Rangers. They've lost 3. So last year they lost 3 all year at home. This year they've already lost 3, and it does feel different. The way they're losing games feels different. The competitiveness feels different. I don't know. There's like a little bit of a malaise on this team right now. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
I don't know what's going on. And we talked to Luke earlier, and he said he doesn't think there's anything bad in the clubhouse that's going on. There's something going on, though. It feels like it's 610-632-0975. That's the Davis Honda text line.
It was their 4th home series.
So they've lost 3 of 4.
3 of 4.
610. Remember when the Citizens Bank Park was the best home field advantage in sports?
Yep.
Where did that go? The Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975. Name, occupation, location. You can leave the regular text or you can leave the voice memo. And also the phone line, as many people are doing, 610-632-0975.
I believe we have a time for the Flyers game 1.
There's a report out there?
There's a report out there.
All right.
Show it to you.
We have that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Back in the postseason, I'm Brandon Dutz, and the 76ers defeated the Magic 109-97 and will face the Boston Celtics in the first round. Tyrese Maxey led the team with 31 points, with Andre Drummond hitting the dagger to secure the win.
Oubre with it to Drummond. Drummond shoots a 3 from the corner, and it's good. He's going to send the Sixers to Boston. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, and 3 if Drummond hits a 3.
They'll travel to Boston with the first game on Sunday. Tip-off is set for 1 o'clock. You can listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. And the Phillies got crushed by the Cubs last night, dropping yet another series. Jesus Luzardo gave up 8 runs, and the Phillies will look to turn things around tomorrow night against the division-leading Atlanta Braves. Flyers are getting ready for the Penguins, and as soon as we know the dates and times for the series, we will give you the latest. And we are just 1 week away from the NFL Draft, where the Eagles will be on the clock at 23. This update is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes and people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
We are back. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. John Marks, Sean Brace. Brandon Dutson for Ray, who's coming up at 2 o'clock. Nate Tennyson. Zach Silverstein in the back doing YouTube producing today.
What up, Zach?
What up, Zach? 12 o'clock hour of the program is always, as always, brought to you by Service First HVAC. Check them out. Man, did you know this? You get all these tax credits if you get something from like a new HVAC.
Seems about right.
0% financing. Tax credits up to $4,300.
But no, I did not know.
When purchasing a heating and cooling system, learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com.
Well, I'll tell you what, I did crank up the AC about 2 days ago. House finally got up to like 89. I'm like, all right, we got to put the AC on. And knock on wood, it's an old unit. Let's just say that.
Let it run until it stops running.
That's we've been saying it for like 3 years now.
I woke up I got downstairs at 5 o'clock this morning. I was freezing, and I go to the thermostat, and it's set to 68. Yeah. And it's like, hey, we're running the air conditioning to 68 degrees. It's April 16th.
Overnight?
Dude.
Wow.
Because here's what happens. It's hot upstairs. Let me put it down to 68 degrees. Okay. Yeah, let's have a $700 Pico bill this month.
Icicles from your nipples with that cold, man.
Anyway.
Close a vent in your basement.
Dude, it shouldn't be running. If it was up to me, the entire thing would be turned off.
I will always fire it up, but I was just like, do we really need to put it on right now? Because it's nice at night. It's just hot as...
Right, I understand, because it was in the 80s yesterday, so I understand turning on the air.
Yeah, sure.
Set it to 70. We don't need it at 68. Anyway, all right, so you I don't even know what it is. You had a report.
Anthony Sanfilippo, excuse me.
Love
and I apologize. Jackie Spiegel, she is the NHL reporter for the Inquirer as well, saying that reports are 8 p.m. for the Philadelphia Flyers on Saturday night. Saturday night's all right for fighting, Johnny Marks. Penguins and Flyers, game 1. Let's go.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah, prime time.
So we were talking about it because the Sixers, obviously, they both are opening up on the road. So when they come home, like they couldn't play at the same time, which is good for us because if the Flyers and Sixers are playing the same night, the Flyers game gets pushed to MMR. I would like to have the games all 7 days.
Yes.
Just alternating it.
Let's go.
The Sixers schedule's out against Boston. I don't know if you saw it.
Go ahead, though.
Sunday, 1 p.m.
Yep.
Tuesday, Friday, Sunday.
Yep.
And the Friday, Sunday games are at home. So Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. I guess there's a concert on Saturday, Florence and the Machines.
Ooh.
So they can't play on Friday.
It's got great.
Or they can't play on Saturday.
Yeah.
At home. So would the Flyers have to do so that's good. So they open up on Saturday. So that means they play on Monday. Game 2's Monday.
Sounds about right.
They would come home and play Thursday or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would play again. Do they do back-to-backs in hockey in the playoffs? I doubt it, right? All right, so Sixers are Sixers are Sunday, Tuesday, and then they come home Friday, Sunday. Flyers are Saturday, Monday, and then Wednesday at home.
Yep.
But then the Sixers play at home on Friday.
Are they going back-to-back?
And they can't play Saturday unless it'd be a day game, which I guess it could be. Well, could they do a concert and a day game?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure those guys that crew is incredible down there. I'm pretty sure they could.
So they could do a day game on Saturday, or do you do a day night Sunday?
Absolutely, they do that because they literally flip it from hockey to basketball and day night.
Could they do Wednesday, Thursday?
I'm not sure back-to-back in the NHL. I could be mistaken on that. That's
probably not.
Yeah, I would assume that they'll have a day game.
Okay.
I'll text my connects down there, too.
Okay, text them.
But Saturday night, game 1, beautiful day. And I think, the Phillies are national. Joe Davis on the call.
Oh, who doesn't love Joe Davis?
Biggest swing of his life.
I mean, listen, that great national broadcast last on Amazon Prime. I wouldn't expect an Emmy for that one.
Oh, the national broadcast love rolls on. How about Jason Benetti and John Kruk
on Sunday night?
On Sunday. Has Kruk done a Peacock game yet?
No.
Wow. That's a pretty cool booth, man. I held out on Benetti. I was not. Everybody was going nuts over him.
He's fine.
No, he's good, man.
Okay, yeah, he's fine.
He's even better on the radio football call.
Really?
He is so different.
He does Westwood One?
Dude, he is really good.
Actually, I think I heard him do the Green Bay Chicago game that Chicago came back late. I think it was him and I don't know who else it was. But anyway, I think I've heard.
He blew me away. I was like, wait a minute, that's Jason Benetti? Yeah, he is he's that good, man. He's really good.
Let's go to Trox, our buddy Trox in Willow
Speaking
Grove.
of good.
What's up, Trox?
Yo, boys.
What's up,
figured,
dude?
Sitting in traffic on a Schuylkill, I figured I'd bother you guys at work. What's going on?
Trox, did you get 18 in yet at Lulu or what?
Multiple. 18 there, sir.
Nice work.
Yeah,
buddy.
man.
Nice work.
Come on. Yeah.
Phone
How's it
works.
going, boys?
Phone works, man. Hit me
He's
up,
a
man.
lefty, too.
Yeah, he's a
and
lefty.
he's a powerful
He
drive, too.
stripes. Trox stripes.
I
it,
know.
dude. You want him in your force.
Yeah, man.
You need him in
Yo,
your
I'm all fired up, boys. How about you, man? I'm I know I told whoever screened my call.
Negative
I
Nate.
went down to that Sixers game last night, man. I'm kind of embarrassed, man. That thing was not even 3/4 full.
Really?
It was just, oh yeah. I'm like in 115, like 14th row. I'm looking over. There's almost full rows empty, and it's the middle of the second quarter.
I believe it. I mean, it was popping
It
a little
was
bit. It
rough.
was popping a little bit late, but yeah, it felt like it was the 3/4 house. It's a playing game, dude.
I know, but it's been like that all year. It feels like it's just like it's embarrassing to be a fan. I don't know how this ownership can feel, confident going forward. I don't get it. I mean, if you want to get real detail, my biggest wish in the world is Josh Howard to sell the team, get rid of the team. I want an owner that wants to win and just not make dollars. But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, it sucks.
But the general manager's got to go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
You guys were just talking.
when Embiid calls out the owner, essentially what he's doing, and he's saying we've ducked the luxury tax, he has. That's the bottom line. Now, I remember when John Middleton said that he'll spend the extra money in the luxury tax, but it has to be for a team that has a chance to win a championship. So because this team doesn't have a chance to win a championship, like that's really where the rubber's going to meet the road. When they have a team that actually it's like, hey, we need one more player, but you're going to have to spend a lot more money to have it done, would he do it? I don't know, man. I don't. I really don't.
It's frustrating. You got Maxey in his prime right now.
Yeah?
He's in his prime. And it's like, it's almost back to when AI in his prime, and you just wish you had a guy like Shaq up with him or somebody with him. You just don't have it. It's just we're filling in gaps every year, and they're not working out, and it sucks. It really does. Because I want Sixers ball back in town. I want people to be happy about Sixers, but it ain't happy, and it ain't going to be. I don't think for another year or two.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you look at the Flyers and how fresh and real and new it is, and there's genuine excitement. There's no negativity when you're talking about the Flyers. It's like, wow, this is awesome. And then you look at the 76ers, and it's Embiid injury, and it's Paul George suspension, and that's why I think for the sake of everybody and everything, having Maxey and Edgecombe with a new slate and everything new is really how you have to build it. I'm ready for change.
I'm ready, brother. I hope they get a new coach and a new GM going in next year, but that's a tough,
Think they might. All right, Trox.
I hope. Let's hope, man. Hey, you boys take care. I'll see you around.
All right, hit him straight.
Stay warm.
Violations Greg checks in and says, day game, night concert could be tough depending on how much stage rigging needs to be done.
Oh, that's true.
It's more complex than swapping floors, and I was thinking that too.
He's right. No, yeah, definitely.
And they got to do a sound check, and I don't think they can do it.
Oof. No, the rigging is everything. He's right. That's a good call. Yeah, they're impressive how they could flip it that easy, and
that's just the floor.
Yeah, it's the ice is there, it stays there. It's pretty crazy how they're able to do that. But the whole concert type deal, it's another level to it. You're right.
All right, 610-632-0975. Good text coming in.
So when they go back to back in the playoffs, I guess you have to. You got to do what you got to do.
I'm gonna sketch everything out right here.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll break it down.
Johnny Blueprint.
All right. Middays with Marks, 975 The Fanatic. Let's talk about Comer and Cross for a second. If your garage floor is cracked, stained, or peeling, it is time for an upgrade. And maybe you haven't even thought about it before. Maybe you're like, you know what? Come to think of it, my garage floor is terrible. Comer and Cross can transform your entire garage floor, and they can do it in just one day. And right now, how about 50% off installation? This is not epoxy. It's not paint. A Comer and Cross floor is the gold standard, guaranteed to never chip, never crack, or never show tire lift ever. And they handle everything for you. Some people may be out there thinking, oh, I have so much crap in my garage. They'll actually move the items out of your garage for you. repair all the cracks and damage, and then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor, and you're getting 50% off the installation. Fast, clean, built to last. It's the perfect showroom finish when you come home every night. Their phone number is 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. The website, comercross.com, COMER cross.com. You know if your garage floor is in bad shape, why not transform it with Comer and Cross? 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, comercross.com.
The goals.
Segura shoots. Segura scores.
All right, we are back middays with Marks. All right, we think we've got it figured out. And I mean, as best we can. So
that's the tagline for the show.
We know the Sixers' schedule. They're at Boston Sunday and Tuesday. Then they're at home Friday, Sunday. Saturday, they cannot play. No one can play because there's a concert, unless they tried to do it during the day, which we believe would be difficult. The Flyers, game 1 Saturday. Game 2 at Pittsburgh Monday. So their game 2 is Monday. They can't. So they could potentially play Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday because the building is not being used those days, right?
Correct.
So if they play Saturday, Monday, how do you do the next two? Because then again, you can't play again until Sunday.
Yep.
And that'd be a day game. So what do? You go Saturday, Monday, come home on Thursday, and then you play Sunday? It's just that there's way too much of a layoff in between those games.
A little bit.
Do they do back-to-back?
I don't think they do back-to-back. I don't think that's fair.
Could they do Saturday, Monday, and then since you're in Philly, Wednesday, Thursday back-to-back, and then you don't play again until Sunday?
I think they go Thursday, Sunday. Because I don't think you go Wednesday, Sunday. That's a long layoff. So let's evenly space it out. You go Thursday, Sunday.
So if you play Monday in Pittsburgh, then you're in Philly on Thursday because you travel.
Tuesday, come back. It's a long travel from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's fugazi. But then you're also, so now you're in Philly not playing on Friday or Saturday, and then you're playing a day game Sunday. It is a day game Sunday, so it's not like you have all day to wait around. I just don't know what other options they have.
Yeah, I don't think that you can go back-to-back. I'm sure they have in playoffs before, but this is the issue that they're probably up against a lot, when it comes to postseason. A lot of arenas are shared. You got NBA, you got concerts, you got all sorts of things. So just be thankful the Wings aren't in the postseason. That season's still rolling on. I kid you not.
Yeah, because the Wings would bump them. Right? And you'd be there yelling,
"Yo!" I just think you space it out. It's unfortunate, but it's the first round, and you see where it goes from there.
I'm trying to get the dates from last year, which is difficult because it doesn't want to tell you when the games are.
I'll tell you what, though, NHL apparently doesn't do anybody favors. That's for sure. Because the people that I know that are in the know, they said, yeah, we literally have no idea. The NHL tells us nothing.
So Maniac Malloy says 2-day travel might be mandatory.
Huh.
So the Sixers, they go Tuesday, Friday, and they're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have a game Wednesday or Thursday. They play Friday. So I guess the same thing could be said of the Flyers.
You could see that.
So they play Monday. They're not going to play again until Thursday.
I think that would be the best option. Why not? Just space it out.
Well, you may not have another option.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yep.
All right, let's go to John. John's in Exton. John, what do you got? How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, real quick on this concert thing. I'm going to see Springsteen on May 16th at the Garden, and it says right on the event thing, this may be moved due to playoff.
Oof.
A possible playoff game. So I think, and having a not real big insight into the concert stuff, bands, but a little bit. I think the bands have like a rider that they get the building for a certain amount, 24 hours or whatever. So like I think maybe the concert might, I don't know. We could look at the Xfinity Mobile Arena website and check it out.
I agree with you.
But the Springsteen thing is. It says right on the event thing. Hey man, this concert might be moved if obviously the Rangers aren't playing, but possibly the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good to know. It definitely seems like that Saturday they're gonna, because I mean, really, if they
like you can't do both, right? You can't do both.
No.
Like basketball and hockey, yes, but a concert, no. There's just too much going on.
Yeah, that was a bad job by me. There's too much that needs to be put up, and by the way, like you said, sound check. That's got to happen. So. Yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. But that's good to know about the tickets. I wonder if my wife was trying to see Florence in the Machine. I wonder if that's on the ticket. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you get check out the event, the event page on the X Mobile. I was trying to do it now, but I'm trying to work too.
Appreciate it, John. Well, look,
you the man.
It does make sense to where that's just a legality. If they do have to move a concert, they don't want. They're like, hey, it's on the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter that you can't go now. That's on you. When you bought the ticket, you signed the contract, we can move the times of whatever.
She's got pipes of gold, John. You ever see Florence in the Machine?
No.
Dog days are over.
Is that your go-to?
Shake it out. Yeah, no, she's actually unbelievable.
So I didn't know that it was actually a female singer?
Oh, she's incredible.
'Cause sometimes they just have
Lawrence
a band
Welch.
name. And,
Welch, I want to say her name is.
Yeah?
I saw her in concert a couple years ago with my wife, and she has just a whole nother gear. Like one of the most incredible singers I've ever seen live.
Okay. Yeah, they're in.
Who's your number one singer? If you like, if they wanted to sing your eulogy, if you could have anybody sing your eulogy,
Dionne Warwick, who was on with Preston and Steve this morning.
Get out of here!
What Dylan was telling me.
Dionne Warwick was on Preston.
So
and
what
Steve?
I said was, did they bring her on? Was it an anniversary of the Psychic Friends Network?
Yes.
And no, they were talking. Of course, they're a music show, or it's a music station.
All right.
I don't think Dionne Warwick's singing. I think of her on the Psychic Friends Network.
85 and still rolling. She tweets. She tweets a lot still.
She does, or somebody else does for her.
Dude, I think it's her because there's some dumb stuff that pops up from time to time that she's like, no, I'm still here. Yeah, Dionne Warwick on Twitter.
Who would I want singing?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Bob Marley, but he's since passed.
Oh, that's a good pull.
My eulogy?
Yeah.
You're killing me?
Yeah, well, you know. Your 50th birthday.
I don't want anybody singing at my funeral. Just bury me. Goodbye. I don't need a long remembrance.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Tip of the cap.
Seriously, like people need to celebrate my death. No, thank you. Hopefully, it doesn't happen for a while.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
That's all I'm saying. Ken, if you want to hang on, man, do we have time for Ken? We have time for Ken in Hamilton. Ken, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Big fan of yours both on the other station.
Kenny, thank you.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about a few things. First of all, I know the Sixers, and I'm happy they're back in the playoffs, but I can't stand Morey. I wish Bob Myers is with the organization now, and I wish he would be put in charge. He built the Warriors, literally. I'm pretty sure when they were winning all the championships. So I'd like to see him maybe get rid of Nurse, maybe Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell was always mentioned a few times. Celtics assistant, good guy, good, basketball man. Yeah, just something to think about. And also, I'm so flyered up. I was a big Flyers fan. Went to the parade in back when I was in high school in the 70s.
Let's go.
So I've been the Flyers fan for a long time, man. So I'm so
you must
glad
be
that
happy.
they're back in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Tocchet. He's an old Flyer, and I knew when they hired him that he was going to get the job done, and he did. And as far as the Phillies,
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's time for Thompson to go. I don't know. He just doesn't do anything for me.
Ken, it's not yet, but I haven't felt before like, you know what? Maybe he's going to get another. I mean, for Rob's job to be on the line, they would really have to be struggling.
Yes.
Even post All-Star break, you had said earlier, Girardi, they moved on from Girardi in
June 3rd.
And Girardi doesn't have the accomplishments that Thompson does. And that means something.
Yep.
And it should mean something. But also, you can't throw the season away. You think John Middleton wants to throw $300 million away because he's being loyal to the manager? No, you got to do what's right for the team and the organization. So we'll see. But, and I'm not even blaming Thompson, but that doesn't matter, whether it's his fault or not. It's a matter of, is his message being heard loud and clear? And is his message being heard? I don't know. Things just look a little off right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Also, Bob Myers did not draft Steph Curry, just so you know. He built around Steph Curry, but we just got to get that right. He did not draft. Larry Riley did, general manager of the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, he was when I say he's the architect.
He put it together.
Yeah, now,
absolutely.
it's nice to have Steph Curry in his prime to do it, but did he draft Draymond Green? I mean, he wasn't a high draft pick. I mean, the reality is that you have somebody that won multiple championships.
He did draft Draymond in 2012.
Clay?
Did not draft Clay.
So he was before.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had a good team. Remember, they hired Steve Kerr to come in for Mark Jackson because the guys, I guess, hated Mark Jackson. But the team was set up to win. They'd won regular season games. I think they just had stumbled in the playoffs a little bit. All right, coming up next, we brought up the Flyers. So I've been doing a little eavesdropping on what they're saying in Pittsburgh about this series. We'll play some of that for you as well. And Rick Tocchet seems to be going on the offensive with the hate towards the Penguins? We'll discuss that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies struggles continue. I'm Brandon Dutz, and this update is brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. This month at Morgenstern Hair Restoration, they're including a free almond head treatment with your procedure. That's $1,000 value free. Call 610-831-HAIR or visit morgensternhair.com. The Phillies got blown out by the Cubs last night with Jesus Luzardo giving up 12 hits and 8 runs in 5 1/3 innings. Luke Arcadi of Crossing Broad joined the show earlier to talk about his rough start.
He's getting crushed. There was a few stats this morning I saw, but the biggest one to me is hitters are hitting 348 against the fastball. That can't happen. If you're a pitcher, that's got to be your pitch, no matter what off-speed pitches you have.
Phillies are off today and will start the series with the division-leading Braves tomorrow night. The Flyers are getting ready for the Penguins, and as soon as we know dates and times for the series, we will give you the latest. We are just 1 week away from the NFL Draft, where the Eagles will be on the clock at 23rd overall. This update is also brought to you by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Back it is, Middays with Marks, 1 o'clock hour of the program brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restoration. Shout out to Morgenstern because the freshie looks about as good as it could possibly look.
That a boy.
That's partly Razor Bar, but it's mostly Morgenstern Hair Restoration. Championship results, morgensternhair.com, 610-831-HAIR, 610-831-HAIR, 3 locations, Bala Cynwyd, Wayne, Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Hoo-ah.
You want something that's going to make you say wow for a second?
ShamWow?
Close. Boston Celtics are in the playoffs for the 12th straight year. That is the league's longest active streak by 4 years. Also the 5th straight year where they have been one of the 2 top seeds in the EC.
Yeah, they're legit.
Yep.
For sure. They won the title. Tatum's out. A lot of people thought for the full season, but there was no rush to bring him back. And all they do is have the second best record in the East pretty much the entire year.
Yep.
Jalen Brown's legit. Jason Tatum obviously is an MVP type player. And then also not just role players, but Derek White, stud.
Oh, yeah.
They're a good team.
And you remember.
And I hate it.
They moved off from Porzingis, Horford. They get new bodies
trades.
in there,
Yeah.
and they just.
And Joe Mazzulla, who I guess he's like a karate dude. He goes to a dojo, and he had the coaches, the Celtics coaches play the media team, and they were full court pressing the media team.
Yeah.
The final score is 87-4.
He's a maniac.
He's a total maniac.
But it's fresh, and it's somebody that has worked his way up. I think he was a coach at the G League for a little bit. If the Sixers are looking to replace Nick Nurse, if that's what comes down, can we get a little imagination?
Right. Ime Udoka gets fired out of nowhere because of the inappropriate relationship or whatever, and Mazzulla gets elevated to being the head coach. They win a title.
They knew where they were going.
And
But that one caller did bring up Sam Cassell. I was a big Sam Cassell a couple years ago.
Yeah, why? You would have thought he would have gotten a job because he's always on good staffs that have success.
Yep.
He was here.
Yep.
All right. So, Dutch, what do we have here from Mark Madden is the chief loser in Pittsburgh in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
He's on the Penguin flagship station, which is a rock station. So he takes a Francesa type. He does lots of phone calls. He's very grumpy. He got fired from the ESPN radio job out there because he said he wasn't happy that Ted Kennedy passed away. He wanted him to live long enough to be assassinated.
Jeez.
And he got fired for that.
That's a hell of a statement.
So he's a total maniac. But he loves the Penguins. And he already tweeted out, he was already antagonizing Flyers fans. He tweeted out 50 years with no cup or whatever. So who is it that he had on his program yesterday?
Tyler Kennedy, a former Penguin. He was on the show. He asked him about what it was like playing the Flyers, his experience, all that type of stuff.
So I guess he's now on Comcast SportsCenter, whatever they have in Pittsburgh. They do the pre and the post game or whatever. So he's a former Penguin that does TV for the broadcast. So here's what's his name? Tyler Stevens?
Tyler Kennedy.
Here's Tyler Kennedy.
From Sportsnet Pittsburgh, it's Tyler Kennedy. TK, that's fair to say, right? You hate the Flyers.
100%. I don't know if you can play for Pittsburgh and have as many battles against them as I did and not like them. Dislike them. When I look back at my career, there was 2 teams that you always get a little bit more fired up, and one obviously was Philadelphia. You go in there, you knew it was going to be a war from the drop of the puck, and the other one was the Washington Capitals. Those 2 teams are the ones I really remember and really disliking throughout my career.
Tyler Kennedy. Very nice. And he did have a good career. He played from 2007 to 2013 with the Pittsburgh Penguins, then closed up shop playing for the Sharks and the Devils. Yeah.
Was that where he was talking about getting stuff thrown at the bus? Because it's a great rivalry because they hate us probably more than we hate them because we're at least in Philadelphia and they're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. That's a good question. People hate the Penguins. Like the Pens. Yeah.
Sidney Crosby's a great villain in Philadelphia. He's had success. He's a pain in the ass. Like they just keep winning. They get these generational stars on their team, and they're listen. It's been going on how many decades since Lemieux in the '90s for crying out loud.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just cracking up about the way Madden sounded to start that. He said, "Let me tell you, they're like the Flyers." Like he sounds like a caveman.
The biggest yinzer ever.
Oh yeah,
Mark Madden.
He sounds like he's a caveman, and he's probably still listening. Like I would imagine, new music that comes out here in Philadelphia will finally find the airwaves in Pittsburgh like a year from now.
Right. Well, they were playing Nirvana. Yeah. It was a brand new before the interview. Yeah. What's going on? Madden is a total booger eater out in Pittsburgh.
That's perfect.
For sure.
Yep.
Maniac Malloy is on the line.
Oh!
And I did Phillies postgame with him last night. He was very upset. But he's a big-time Flyers guy, and he's got a dilemma regarding the series. Maniac Malloy, hello.
Hello, John. Hello, Sean.
Maniac.
Great show, guys. Great show. Love the show.
My man.
Yep, I'm headed to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I am going behind enemy lines. I will be there for the NFL draft. Going to get some content. I'm actually going to be fraternizing with the enemy as well, actually. I'm going to be meeting up with the one Susie Cool, the in-arena host for the Penguins, right? So you said I was a big Flyers guy. Look her up on Instagram, Susie Cool, and also follow me, Maniac Malloy. Quick plug. Anyways,
So just to stop you, Susie Cool did Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs in arena stuff. Is that correct?
Susie Cool.
So and we had actually I've had her on before. She knows baseball too, but she does high school football roundup. She does stuff with the Steelers, and then she does the in arena stuff with the Penguins. Very attractive. Very cool.
I'm going to marry this girl, by the way, one day. But anyway,
she didn't get the memo. But she didn't get the memo. So.
Well, we're going to be together next week, so who knows? I might be coming back with a bride. Anyways, so I don't know how to act. I mean, I am a Flyers guy. I'm not the biggest Flyers guy compared to being a Phillies, Eagles, even Sixers fan.
Right.
But, yeah, I'm going behind enemy lines. I need some advice here. How am I supposed to handle myself out there in Pittsburgh as a Flyers fan?
Are you asking if you should root for the Penguins? Because here's what I'd say.
Oh,
if you're hold on. Where are you staying? Where are you staying?
I am staying with her.
Are you staying? Are you staying on the couch in a spare bedroom, or are you? If you're sharing a bed with her, I'd say that if you want to act like
that's the blueprint right now. You know, I mean, who knows where the night was going to take me?
Does she not have a boyfriend? I thought she had a boyfriend.
She does not have a boyfriend.
Let's go.
Oh, that's right up.
Susie Cool.
All
right.
And now,
anyways,
hold on. No. Are you going out with the expectations that something could happen?
I am seeing a picture of her Instagram page now, and the couch does look big and comfy, though. So she probably will be putting you on.
No,
the couch.
she's super talented. She's really cool.
I'm worried I'm going to end up on the couch. By the way, I'm going to be acting after we watch the game.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah.
So she's going to be working. Are you going to the game?
Well, no, the game is going to be in Philly.
Oh, you're going. So
when
the game
I'm there because it's going to be Thursday night, as we were talking, right? So.
But why are you going? I thought you were going out there for the game.
I'm going out there for the NFL draft.
Oh, God. Yeah. Now it's all clicking.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
And that's throwing a whole wrench into everything because I'm going to be having to get content at the draft, but the game's going to be on. I don't want to miss that. That's probably going to be smack dab in the middle of the thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be fun. All I got to say, I guess, at the end of the day, this is a shameless plug for me. Follow me along, Maniac Malloy on Instagram for my week next week in Pittsburgh.
Love it.
We'll see how it turns out. I don't know. I'm fired up. One thing about the rivalry and what it is or what it isn't. The Penguins are old, right? They're an old group of guys, so yeah, there's going to be that disdain there. But I think this new blood Flyers guys, they're going to really get into that. And I think that is going to be a tick over to the Flyers having an advantage when it comes to the rivalry. I think Sydney, he's been there before and stuff. I don't think they're going to get too fired up about it. I think the new blood Flyers, young guys, they're going to really feed into it, and I think that's an advantage for the Philadelphia Flyers heading into this. Flyers take the series in 5 games.
Well, get on the BetParks app right now.
Horn me.
Get it.
Horn me.
Yeah, we need
Lock
the
it
horn.
in. Yeah, bet it on BetParks.
All right, Maniac.
Maniac Malloy.
You up, buddy.
Good luck.
Great show.
All right, so I
love
would disagree on the Sidney Crosby thing. Can you play more of that former Penguins guy? They're talking about Sidney Crosby. Like, you would think because the Penguins have won, the Flyers haven't. Sidney Crosby has a Hall of Fame career. He's in the twilight. They're still like to win another one. That's not going to be the expectation from the Penguins this year. We'll see what happens. But the fact that they haven't played the Flyers and this hasn't been there for the last couple of years, this makes things really interesting. Do you have it, Dutz? Here's is this the dude that? So they're talking about Sidney Crosby and the hate for the Flyers. Listen.
Now, Sid was there for that, and Sid's going to be there for this series as well. Why does Sid kill the Flyers? Because, they took his teeth as a rookie. He scored in overtime, and he never gave them back their heart. That's the best way I can describe it. They did the worst thing they could do early, TK. They pissed him off.
Exactly. And, the one thing for those stars like Sidney Crosby, you never want to give them extra motivation, right? I don't think you have to with Sid, but when you go in there and the way they play against them, the way the fans are all over them, when you first walk in to warm-ups in Philadelphia, half the bowl is already filled up because they want to show the other team how much they hate them. So when you walk out and you see the whole glass covered in Sidney Crosby signs, I think Sid embraces that so much to be that villain, that dagger, and it just brings the best out of them. And they still haven't figured out that sometimes you got to try to let guys like Sid and Malcolm sleep when you play the Pittsburgh Penguins, because he can literally put the team on the back of his head, on his back. And I'm excited to see how those veteran guys that have been on the Pittsburgh Penguins for a long time, the Chris Letang's, the Crosby, the Malkin, how fired up and how excited they are, not only to play in the playoffs, but to play against Philadelphia, where there's been that rivalry.
I've had enough. Blah, blah, blah.
We'll break it down.
So don't poke the bear.
Yeah.
He comes out to skate, and people are just going,
oh, that's really going to matter.
yeah, I'm sure Flyers fans will. So guess who is buying into and is actually trying to fuel his team into the Penguins' hate? Rick Tocchet.
Really?
He talked about it on with us, but he sat down with John Clark. John Clark asked him, "Do you hate the Penguins?" Here's do we have the audio to it? No, not yet. We're gonna wait. I mean, it's right. All you have to do is Google it. It's right there. You could literally play it. He says, "Yeah, I do. I've got to control myself too. Handshakes are for later. I've got to keep my head on straight. I know I'm an orange and black guy now. I want them to be aggressive. I want the hate. I want them to feel the Flyers Penguins hate, which helps them in their game, but it's got to be controlled aggression. We can't let our emotions go overboard." So I would expect a couple fights. That's the great thing about when you're playing a series in playoff hockey. Even in today's game, you will get the fights. So maybe there's a lopsided game where you lose 5-1. You can guarantee that there's going to be someone coming out looking to fight in that scenario. Tocchett's embracing the hate, which I think is really important. He's showing these young guys, when I played, when Eric Lindros played, when all these guys played, this is what happened. This is where Nick Sirianni would get them to come up with a video montage of the rivalry.
Okay.
To let these guys know this is what it's like in Philly. This is what you're walking into in this series. Be ready for it because it's intense.
Hopefully Tocchet doesn't cry during the national anthem. Chris Stapleton out there, all of a sudden, tears coming down.
I would not expect that to happen.
No, it's great. It's great. To the early point about Sidney, though, it's like Crosby's a great player. Where he's going to catch it no matter what. 3-time Stanley Cup champion. You're going to get the best of the best from him. It doesn't matter what the reaction. It doesn't matter what the signs are saying. And this is great. This is what it's all about. This is the number one. This is the premier series for the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. And it's kicking off with the Flyers and the Penguins. Gary Bettman and company were probably doing flips that this is what they have. It doesn't get any better than this. Of course, we got Sid getting a little older, or he is old. He's 38. Malkin's even older. Letang. And these guys have been there forever. The Fly guys are young, out of nowhere, up and coming. There's just a lot to like about the contrast, the differences, and the rivalry renewed here.
So Dutz has 97.3 The Fan at Pittsburgh on right now. I told him if they're talking Flyers Penguins, then maybe we eavesdrop when we go to it.
Oh, they got to be fired up.
So do you have it? All right. So here's 97.3 The Fan at Pittsburgh. Let's hear what they're talking about in Pittsburgh about it.
Should win the series, and the reason why nobody's picking the Flyers is because they don't have enough scoring. I don't think they have guys who are capable of, but they're younger. Dan Vladar is the only thing that worries me because anytime you get in these situations, goaltending matters more than ever, and he's been very good. But I think the Penguins know what they're dealing with him. They've had some success. They were 2-0-2 against this team in the regular season.
We need some.
I think the experience factor is heavily in favor of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Guy's got a great voice.
Skinner in that. Skinner is a
that's
guy
the voice
who's been through a lot.
You can bring that down. They're talking about
ups and downs.
Really, I will tell you this much: there's a lot of bass coming off. Like, yo, if you're on the air, that's how it sounds. That's the product. I don't know.
You kind of sound like that. You have the sexiest voice on the Fanatic, as voted by the wives of the hosts of the Fanatic.
When you're listening to Middays with Marks,
hey, I'm Shawn Bernard here. Can we keep listening to see if they take phone? Do they take phone calls? Does it say on their? Let me Google it. Can we get some of our listeners to call in and start peppering the stations with calls? and then we can grab it.
Ooh, now that's what we're talking about. That's a rivalry renewed right there.
Call in and insult them. You don't even have to insult the Penguins. Insult them.
Just be,
insult Pittsburgh.
Just be real. Look, Penguins are coming in losers of 3 straight here. Is that correct? Let me just say this. But I do know this much. They do score in bunches, man. As far as goals for this year, averaging 3.54 per game. That is good for 3rd in the league. A lot of games have gone to the over from the sports betting perspective that featured the Pittsburgh Penguins. So the Flyers are going to have to score, right? And I know it's dumb cliche. Vladar is going to lead the charge, don't get me wrong, but they're going to have to find ways to score in regulation. And look, the odds makers have the Penguins favored. They have home ice. Everything is there for the taking for the Penguins, but just something is telling me the Flyers are to play here.
Can you dial out on the air? Do you know how to do that? No. This number says 412-928-9370. So 937-9370.
Well, let me tell you about the Flyers. Vladar is the only thing that scares me.
But if we get a real hammerhead Flyer fan to call.
They don't exist, do they?
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're really obnoxious. Even if you don't like the Flyers, you just want to be obnoxious to them. Call in and start ripping them over sheets. And Permani Brothers. Permani Brothers a good sandwich?
I've never had one. I'm not opposed to coleslaw on a sandwich and French fries. I mean, I'm hungry right now. I'd crush a Permani Brothers.
The problem is I think you get different meats. It's just the meat. It's not like a burger. It's almost like, I don't know, like pulled beef or something. I've had it. It's not bad. I ended up putting ketchup on it. So I love coleslaw.
Yeah, coleslaw's good.
And the French fries I think they're like thinner fries. It's been years since I've had one. But I had it and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Pittsburgh has some good food from what I remember hearing because there was like a McAfee's at Yinzer.
Right.
And there was like a big pushback. I forget what it was. Did they just have the All-Star game there? They had something in Pittsburgh.
They have the draft, right?
Well, I know they have the NFL draft, but I thought they had the Major League Baseball. I could be mistaken on that. Regardless, there was a big pushback, and there was a lot of like interesting spots in Pittsburgh for food. So I know they're known for Permani Brothers, pierogies. I love a good pierogi. I haven't had pierogies.
You like pierogies?
I love pierogies. Fried onions.
I don't know. I never.
Yeah. I'll go to a pierogi kitchen, pick some up, bring them home, cook them up.
All right.
Mrs. T's.
Here's talking with John Clark talking about the Pittsburgh hate.
Yeah, so you mentioned the word hate, and I remember covering Danny Briere as a player, and sometimes if the Flyers are down, lose the first game in a series, like, we got to bring the hate out.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you hate the Penguins?
Yeah, I do. I mean, listen, I gotta control myself too because the way I coach. But yeah, of course, I mean, this is I love the city. I love I won 3 Stanley Cups there. I have friends in that city.
Wow.
I adore the franchise. I mean, they're a terrific, classy. But I'm on the other side now, and this is handshakes and all that's for later. This is the real keeps, and I got to keep my head on straight here and know that I'm an orange-black guy right now, and we're going to go head-to-head with this team, and it's going to hopefully be a hell of a series.
All right, 3 Stanley Cups with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's having an
Some
impact.
were as an assistant coach. I think 2 were assistant coach.
Still, though, he's got a lot of hardware, and, of course, there's because of some great names with that organization.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Joe in Pittsburgh. Joe's a Philly guy living in Pittsburgh. Joe, how are you?
Hey, guys. How you doing, man?
Good.
What's up, Joe?
What's going on?
So this guy, Madden, that you were talking about earlier,
yeah.
He's an absolute riot. He is, but he's the definition of Pittsburgh media, and he does know hockey.
Yep.
But out here in Pittsburgh, they are not giving the Flyers a chance.
Really?
And I don't understand it because the teams were 2-2 this year.
Mm-hmm.
The games the Penguins won, they were blowouts. I think it was like 6-3 and 6-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
But they finished with the same points. Flyers are youth. Penguins are old. I mean, they were not that far apart. These teams are much closer than this town thinks. But I'll tell you what might give you them one edge. They do hate the Flyers more than the Flyers hate them.
Yep.
I mean, that is the vibe in the city. They hate it. And the other thing is, too, what I've noticed in Philly over the past couple of years, they say, Crosby sucks. He doesn't suck. They need to stop him.
Yeah.
They can't run around saying Crosby sucks. They have to stop him. They cannot let him get loose. They can't let him get more than 4 goals in the series, or they lose.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, Joe, listen, you're our correspondent in Pittsburgh. We need you.
Yeah,
all right?
man. Stir it up out there.
Listen, I deliberately turned off Pittsburgh radio to listen to you guys so I can hear some positive Flyer thoughts.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's
All right.
go.
All right.
Give me the horn, baby.
All right, Joe. Appreciate it, buddy.
Well, yeah, look, the Penguins score in bunches, man. If you look at these numbers, they did come into the postseason in a 3-game losing streak. Lost to the Caps 6-3 April 11th. April 12th, lost 3-0 to the Caps back-to-back there. 7-5 to the Blues on the 14th here just on Tuesday. But you look at the numbers, man, they scored 9 goals a week ago, 6 goals, 8 goals, 6 goals. Like, this is a team that has some firepower. So going to be really interesting because, of course, we know the strength of the Flyers right now is Vladar, but I'm not putting a ceiling on them either. I think they can score some goals because the Utes, they just don't know any better right now.
All right, coming up, the Rousini files.
Ooh.
For the day.
Love it.
That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies struggles continue. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the Phillies got blown out by the Cubs last night with Jesus Luzardo giving up 12 hits and 8 runs in 5 1/3 innings. Luke Arcadi of Crossing Broad joined the show earlier to talk about his rough start.
He's getting crushed. There was a few stats this morning I saw, but the biggest one to me is hitters are hitting 348 against his fastball. That can't happen. If you're a pitcher, that's got to be your pitch, no matter what off-speed pitches you have.
Phillies are off today and will start the series with the division-leading Braves tomorrow night. The 76ers took down the Magic and will now face the Celtics in the first round. The first game of that series is on Sunday with tip-off set for 1 o'clock, and you can listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. And the Flyers are getting ready for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The first game of that series will be played on Saturday at 8 o'clock. You can also listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. And we are just 1 week away from the NFL Draft, where the Eagles will be on the clock at 23rd overall. This update is sponsored by Taco Bell. New crispy chicken Crunchwrap sliders at Taco Bell with nuggets and your choice of sauce inside. One's a snack and more's a meal. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time and while supplies last. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
Middays with Marks. It's Ray Dunn and Andrew DeCecco for the first 2 hours, and then I think B. Gunn is coming in after that.
Good segment this morning on the morning show. And Andrew doing double time. They had some fun. They were talking about, going back in the drafts, and DeCecco is shining. Let's just put it that way.
I love the draft.
He knows, the previous year's picks and all that, where they went to. So I thought it was a good little segment.
So that's coming up. Bill Colarulo enjoying himself in Disney. I was texting with him last night and this morning. So he's down in Disney still.
Is he back on Saturday?
He will be back Saturday night.
And he's going to Screwballs.
No, that's Sunday.
Oh, is that Sunday? Okay.
I texted him. I'm like, "Are you doing it?" He's like, "No, it's Sunday."
Okay.
I don't know what it said on the
that's fine.
thing, but anyway, he doesn't think it's Saturday.
All right. Well, I think it said Sunday. I'm hearing things. Screwballs, though, great place out in King of Prussia.
All right, something on the Instagram DM. Duddy Construction says Bryce keeps asking for the horn. He says, "Give me the horn," but you're not getting the horn.
I'm not getting the horn.
So Duddy Construction. So Ray knows where the horn is. I don't think Dutsy does.
Who's got the horn? It's on Bill's page.
Just search horn and then put it on our board.
I gotta search.
Because you've done it a couple times today. So there. Yeah, when Sean yells, "Give him the horn," and Duddy Construction's correct.
Hey! I just love the Van Halen afterwards too.
I love the horn.
The horn it's really good horn.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the Titanic there.
So when Sean yells, just put it on a board, be ready, Dots. Now you're not Trish.
Where is it on Bill's board?
It's on Bill's board at the bottom of the page. Flyers hockey horn, gray.
Well, just
bottom left.
search horn.
Oh, I got it.
Or you can search horn like John was yelling about.
Yeah, and you can find it quickly.
You can do it during the commercial break, so don't get caught up.
Yeah, I don't know how many more horns we're going to be doing today. You never know. Exactly. All right, but it is time for the Rousini files, Sean Bryce.
Speaking of horny.
Okay.
Yeah, right. All right, let's do this. Come on now. You know what's crazy, John? This Rousini conversation has a lot of people losing their minds. So this segment we're going to call Rousini Meltdown Hour. Yeah, that's right. And while I was hearing some of these comments or back and forth on various radio shows, it made me happy, right? Because, one, this didn't happen in this town. Because you know what it is with the sports talk radio, you get into these topics sometimes that just take you into areas that are so uncomfortable. Could you imagine this happening to an Eagles head coach or an Eagles coach and then taking calls on this from the Eagles perspective?
Let's go to the phones.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so with that, first things first, we're going to go to Mike Florio and Chris Sims. Because this was interesting. Now, Florio has been talking about this more than anybody out there as far as the national media is concerned. Does a show with Chris Sims. They've been doing it for a long time, know each other very well. Listen to this when Chris Sims was going into what coaches and their wives have been telling him about head coach Mike Vrabel, and Mike Florio shuts it down.
Well, it's the biggest story in the NFL. I'd shoot you straight. These are things that I've been texting with my friends in the coaching world. Even their wives are involved in the conversation as well.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Be careful. You ever see Star Wars?
Yeah.
You ever see Star Wars?
Yeah.
As Luke is going down I'm not enough of a Star Wars nerd to know all the terms, but his wingman is telling him, stay on target.
Right.
There's a lot there. And there's only so much that is reported and known, and I'm just trying to help.
All right. In Star Wars, did they tell that they have the thing called "shut up" and just let the person talk? How about that? Tell me that. Read that line back
trying to help you.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty clear that they have conversations off the air like we do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always share everything we say to each other on the air that we say off the air.
Yeah.
And it's pretty well known. This Vrabel stuff with Rousini was pretty well known. This Rousini stuff with other people in the NFL, pretty well known. It's been reported, so I'm sure there's other things behind the scenes that are going on. So, unfortunately, Florio's trying to help his buddy out. I wish he would have shut up.
Yeah, let him go. Give him the rope.
Because once he says it once, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Stay on target.
So it's probably good advice for Florio, but not good for us.
Also, if you're going to reference something, you got to know it. You can't just be like, what's that Star Wars? Yeah, stay on target. All right. That was good, but that was nothing compared to what took place on Boston radio, WEEI, with Fitzy and Ted Johnson. Now, Ted Johnson, former Patriot player.
Patriot.
Okay, so he's got he's the blowhard. He's the former football player. Fitzy.
So Fitzy's the third mic. He's not even in studio. Andy Hart drives the show. Ted Johnson, he's not even there every day, I don't think, Ted Johnson. I think he's like 4 days a week.
Okay.
And then Fitzy's at home, and he's the third microphone. He's supposed to be like the funny guy on the show.
Well, Ted Johnson was not laughing, that's for sure. Let's pick this up as he puts his head on the mic over something that Fitzy said.
Of the manner in which, Ted, I'm sorry, am I bothering you? Am I boring you to death?
Yes, you keep repeating yourself, and you say he was.
Andy just asked me an effing question, and I'm just giving him the same response. You know what, Ted? Finish the show. I'm good. That's fine. You finish it.
You answer. What do you think should happen to him? Like, okay, so
nothing else.
So he's a hypocrite.
Andy just asked the question, and I'm telling you, all I wanted him to do was come out and say, "Mea culpa, my bad. I'm a human being. I did something. No one else knows the confines, the restrictions, and the boundaries of my life. However, I did something that has brought a little, some shame, some undue press, some unflattering words and coverage to the New England Patriots. My bad."
Yeah, so he's not perfect.
Culture and accountability.
Do you want him to get you act as if he did something just as bad as she did?
I do not. Which part of I do not want Mike Vrabel to be fired, censured, or punished is the difficult part for you to understand, sir?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I guess. Rough day for me.
So
settle down, Fitzy. Just settle down, bud. Okay.
We can all
Ted,
finish
when
the
I'm
show.
talking, you're doing something performative, like putting your head on your microphone.
Because you
like,
keep saying the same
I can't
thing.
believe I
You're
have
not
to
giving
deal
an
with this
opinion.
idiot.
You're not giving an opinion. You're just saying the same things over and over again.
That is my opinion. How is I do not want Mike Vrabel to be fired not an opinion?
Let's move on.
Okay. Let's move on to the phone
Best
lines. Melanie on the Cape has been waiting for a while. What's up, Melanie?
Melanie on the Cape had me in tears. Is that not good radio?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was good. That was good, right? Idiots being idiots. Again, that topic's going to take you into an argument 100%.
Well, so former player, teammate of Vrabel.
Oh.
Ted Johnson going to support and like
Super Bowl champion.
He's not throwing Vrabel under the bus.
Hell no.
Right. So I think Fitzy probably is criticizing him, but not saying that he should be fired for it.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't criticize for it. And it puts Ted Johnson in a rough spot because if he feels like he has to defend his friend. But Fitzy also can't, if you're a host on the show or on the station or whatever,
yeah,
you just can't act like it's like if you believe what he did was wrong, somebody's got to call it like they see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Vrabel isn't taking enough crap for this.
No, he's
just
not.
Bottom line. He's getting away with it. I mean, Ime Udoka lost his job.
Yeah.
Vrabel's going to be. He's treated like oh well, he cheated on his wife. Yeah, he cheated on his wife. He's the head coach of the football team.
Yeah. We got one more, but please, one more time.
That is my opinion.
No. Just Melanie on the Cape. That's all right. Now let it go. All right, finally. This isn't any audio, John. This is from Front Office Sports. A tweet that made me almost drive off the road. Diana Rousini faces an uncertain future in sports media following her resignation from The Athletic on Tuesday. Front Office Sports spoke with several sports media insiders on what's next for the veteran reporter. Quote, "This woman is at the height of sports journalism," close quote, one media figure said. They put the article under, a paywall, excuse me.
I saw the same thing. You just have to actually have to register. I don't think you have to pay.
Oh, well.
Because I am registered.
Oh, okay. This woman is at the height of sports journalism? I would hope, she's come down a peg.
Oh, man. Woodward, Bernstein, Rousini. Top three.
I would hope she comes down a peg after this. Just one man's opinion over here.
But his point is that she'll get another job. It's a matter of, she'll never be able to post anything on social media. There'll never be a video posted by somebody else where the immediate and total response will be disrespectful towards her.
Yeah.
And she's earned it. As far as I'm concerned, by acting the way she acted after the fact, if this would have happened and she just handled it with dignity, then I'm ready to move on. I'm already ready to move on. She's got to deal with what she's got to deal with her family and her kids and all that stuff. Professionally, there's a lot of scummy stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and she's right up there as the number one seed of it. But the fact that she acted like a victim on the way out of the door in her resignation, loser. And she deserves everything she gets from here.
I can't add anything more. Well said.
Coming up next, YouTube chat recap, the text line, voice memo, and everything else as well. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks 97.5. Let's talk about, we talk a lot about the Bet Parks app It's the only app I would ever recommend. We're talking about pro hockey. We're talking about pro basketball playoffs. So check it out. This weekend, we already know, Philly, Boston, Sunday, 1 p.m. We're learning that the organization playing on Saturday night, you have NBA playoffs. You have pro hockey playoffs, right? Check this out. New casino users get 250 bonus spins on the hot online slot, the sweetest collect 'em, plus up to a $1,000 casino bonus back in the first 24 hours. So check it out. Hundreds of online slots, poker, blackjack, table games with live dealers, BetPark's online casino and sportsbook app, where there's always another way to win. You must be 21, and then PA, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland. New users only. Terms and conditions apply. See betparks.com for details. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The
Fanatic deal of the week. 4-pack of Trenton Thunder tickets. Half off, $30. So that's 4 tickets for $30. Think about that. And Trenton Thunder baseball is good baseball. AA baseball, great park. I love going to the minor league games. So check it out. Fanatic deal of the week. While supplies last, 975thefanatic.com/deals. All right, there you go. Give us some text, and then we'll wrap up on the YouTube chat recap. A lot of people active on the Sixers on the Davis Honda text line, and they're disagreeing with me?
Uh-oh.
Correct. So we got Casey from Florida. I think you guys have to look at the Sixers starting 5 matching up with the Celtics starting 5. I think you guys are clearly overdoubting the Sixers. If they steal one of the first 3 games, they have a major fighting chance because Embiid will be back by at least the 4th game.
No. I'm not going to tell. Like, I'm not going to belittle any fan because you're 76ers fans, and if you want your team to win, I get it. Either you don't pay attention to the NBA, or you're just too much of a fan. The Celtics are a legit championship contender.
Yep.
If Embiid comes back whenever, then he's back whenever. Normally, players are out for a month.
Let's just be fair.
More than a month.
Let's just be fair about it. And I love Maxey. Is Maxey better than Brown or Tatum?
No.
And he's an all-pro.
Well,
and Maxey had a great year.
Maxey's great, but until he's better than them in the playoffs, then he ain't getting the...
So you want to talk starting 5. Okay, Derek White is fantastic. Does a little bit of everything. You got 6-man Peyton Pritchard. You got good size coming off of the bench. They got a good rotation. Just there's so much to like. Out coaching. I know you said the starting 5. I can go on, but the Celtics are favored for a reason.
You had said this earlier that they didn't, and I guess your boy Sam Ostrey, the scorer, had put this out there, and you guys talked about it on the postgame last night. Until the Sixers started being aggressive and driving to the hole, they weren't scoring points. The Celtics want to shoot threes. They shoot more threes than anybody in the NBA. So they are that's what they are. They know what they are. They won a championship doing that. They've won a lot of games this year doing it. They already know what they do. The Sixers don't really have an identity right now without Embiid. Like, last night they needed to be aggressive, and it worked for them. They were taking too many lazy shots, too many shots last night.
Yeah, Sam did a great job charting it, and the difference was in the fourth quarter, they settled for less jumpers, mid-range jumpers, and three-pointers, and getting to the line, getting to the rim, and that was the difference in the game, and that's why the Sixers were able to win that game, even though it was tight at times. I never really felt like the Magic were going to win that game. They were ice cold.
Not in the second half.
They were ice cold. If it wasn't for Bane going for 30, whatever it was, that was going to be a blowout. But I got that one wrong. Credit to the Sixers. They showed fight. I said heart, and that was wrong. Fight. Because this team had multiple times where they showed zero fight. There are guys, Oubre, he's got heart. VJ, heart. Maxey, heart. Drummond showed heart last night. Okay, now do it again.
Yep.
Do it again.
Fight for the cherry and the white?
That's right.
As Temple people say? I don't know. All right, well, and give me another text, and then we'll do the YouTube chat recap. What do you got?
Dan from Boston, the Sixers can absolutely win at least 2 games in the series against the Celtics. We didn't have PG in any of the Celtics games this year. With or without Tatum, the Celtics are the same team. It's not a question of that we can do the unthinkable and beat the Celtics in a 7-game series.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Just like if you want to get me fired up, maybe when it gets a little closer.
Well, let's win a game first, and then
I can't do it.
I mean, that's how you do it. You sneak one of the first 2 games.
They win game 1. I'm in. I will paint myself blue. I'm in. I will paint myself blue and do the show. When's game 1? Sunday. Sunday, 1 o'clock.
Sunday, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Sixers win game 1. I'm blue on Monday.
Your face or your whole body?
I will sit here shirtless like the Blue Man Group in Vegas.
You'll be shirtless.
Shirtless. I will do the show shirtless, painted blue if the Sixers win game 1.
And this is with the point spread or just outright?
This is outright. They got to win game 1. Like I'm in. Let's go. You want me in? I'm in. But I'm not feeling it right now. We're hoping and praying.
What's that line? 12.5? 12?
What's the saying when you hope and you know what in one hand? See what?
Eat your vitamins and say your prayers?
Yeah, that thing.
What the Hulkster says?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What's the series odds? Have you seen that?
Oh,
yet?
Good grief. It is so lopsided. Yeah, I was looking at them last night. The series props for the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics, minus 900 for Boston, plus 600 for the Sixers.
All right, I have it on the BetParks app, minus 1115. Yeah. So right now, plus 650 for the Sixers. So for all the confident Sixers fans out there, and like God, listen, God bless you. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm
Money
just
to
like,
be made.
I am so unemotional with this team, and like I have to have realistic expectations. If you really believe it, throw $10 on it. You win some money.
Yeah, that's right.
A little bit of money.
And join me. Hey, look, if they win, let's paint ourselves blue. Let's do it.
Sixers 2.5. So it's plus 2.5. So they would have to win 3. Is plus 150. I guess that's what it would be. Yeah. The outcome. Total games over 4.5 is minus 200. So if they go 5 games, it's minus 200. Over 5.5 is plus 160. So if they make it to a game 6, it's plus 160. If they make it to a game 7, it's plus 420.
They make it to a game 7, they're beating the Celtics.
If it's a sweep, it's plus 150. It's a lot.
Yeah, Boston's good.
YouTube chat recap, go.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Hit me.
Dutz is not old enough to smoke. He uses a pretzel rod as a cigar. If Bayless from the YouTube chat.
I'm in.
I love a good pretzel rod and a glass of soda, and you would use it as a straw.
Kind of soda.
Yeah, you could do Coke, Pepsi.
When was the last time you had a pretzel rod?
The small ones, my daughter eats them, but not a pretzel rod. It's been a long time. The big pack thick guys, oh, man, those are so good.
Actually, Wegmans, it's a pretty good deal, too. You can get the jug.
Oh, yeah.
Not the big jug, but a smaller one.
Yeah.
My kids love the pretzel rods.
Yeah,
They're
thick
so good.
pretzel rods. Yeah, man.
How about root beer? A nice root beer and a pretzel
Oh,
rod.
big. Ooh, now we're cooking, baby.
Now we're cooking, yeah. All right, what's next?
John complaining about someone mispronouncing a name is comedy. Dawood from the YouTube chat.
Who was I complaining about?
That's a good question. I think I was the one that was me. Because they mispronounced VJ Edgecombe's name. Then again, that applies to me too as well, Dawood.
I know. I was Candace Parker last night. Too.
Oh.
No, but the complaining was she had the name completely wrong. What's the guy's name? It's not Guy Santos. It's Guy.
Oh, okay.
And she was calling him Guy through the whole broadcast.
My point is you guys are calling a playoff game. Like,
you should know.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit better than what you were.
And by the way, I say Colarulo.
Yeah.
But I say Colarulo because that's the way it's spelled. Maybe he should get his name spelled correctly.
No, Wemby. They're coming at you about
Wembayama?
Yeah, they claim that you say that wrong.
Did I say it right there?
Say it again.
Wembayama.
You put a little stank on it.
Okay.
Wembenyama.
Wembenyama.
Is how yeah.
It's Wembenyama.
Yeah, you go ban.
Wembayama.
You're trying to ban Wemby. Wembenyama. Wembenyama.
That's right. No, but like, there's a difference between having a tick where you're saying it a little bit differently and not knowing how to say a guy's name.
That's true too. Yeah. Like the name.
She's doing the broadcast. She should know it's Guy, not Guy. Yeah. And there should be a producer that says, "Hey, it's Guy, not Guy."
Guy.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
I don't understand the need to dump Embiid. Number one, you don't want him to play against you. And number two, he is a defensive asset at the very least. Ride out his contract. Joe from the YouTube chat.
Joe from the YouTube chat. I don't know if you watched games this year. He is not a defensive asset. He's becoming a liability. As a rim protector, if he's by the rim, okay, that's not the game. That's not the NBA game in 2026. It's a liability. They're look, they get out rebounded all the time.
That's true. And of course, transition defense is a struggle. He just plays 34 games tops.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm tired. I'm out, Joe.
What are we talking about? All right, what's next?
Marks looks like he's really excited to tell me about the protection plan on the couch he's about to sell me. Tommy John from the YouTube chat.
What protection plan he was talking in my ear?
You can get a warranty?
Yeah, from where?
Oh, well, you're selling
Best
a couch.
Buy?
You're selling a couch.
A couch, all right. Raymore and Flanagan.
There you go. Hey, look, the thing I would tell you about going into those places, you know what you're buying. Sales has got to be pretty easy there.
Yeah. That's like, I get all my stuff.
Hey, here's my bedroom set section. Go check it out. Tell me what you need.
Yeah, 0% financing for 3 years. I don't have to pay now. Awesome. Deliver it. Thank you. All right, great job there, Dutsy. Last couple days. Yeah. Trish will be back tomorrow. Negative Nate in the back. Thank you very much, Negative Nate. Listen, we're going to get it revved up tomorrow. We have the Flyers and the Sixers in the playoffs this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys are coming up next. See you.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies lose another series. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the Phillies got blown out by the Cubs last